to here, where we have Barry Tahira and Russell KIRKBY. That's me, Rkdm, that guy. We're just preparing to play Vampire the Masquerade in about 20 minutes with some other people.
Okay.
And Barry's telling me all his various theories about what he's going to get up to in the game. So please continue, Barry.
So, basically, Peter Wicks has been nurtured. This is why he hasn't shown up in the game.
Right.
He's been nurturing this guy.
Yeah.
And becoming friends with him and going out to drinks with him.
So how did he get to know this person in the first place?
Well, he's been watching the place, and someone's got to leave the place.
So this is Vincent.
No, this is Peter Wicks.
Right.
He's been watching the place for ages.
Okay.
And he's been watching the guards leave when they go.
Yep.
And following them to their homes.
Right.
Now, it's taken him ages. It hasn't happened over, you know, a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes or any of that. It's taken him ages.
Well, you discover that they live on a military base.
Okay. So, see, that becomes the problem. Because he can't get... The security is tight, I would say.
Right.
Okay. So, he goes back to Vincent. And even though he's looked...
Right.
He's really looked around this place and watched it for ages.
Right.
I mean, Loden's not stupid. His people are not stupid. They're well trained.
Right.
Okay. So he can't find a gap. But they must go to places like go to the pub occasionally. Or is everything there?
Is everything there? They do go out. Yeah, they do go out. They go shopping. They go to pubs. They, you know, tavern. What am I saying? Taverns and pubs. So I think this is D&D. No, they go out to nightclubs and, you know, they do stuff. They do all the things you would expect them to do, and they're not necessarily all upstanding citizens either. But they are, weirdly enough, a private military force working out of their own base.
Okay.
This is the Secure Corp compound.
Okay, now that's one place we've never been able to figure out, but now we do. So that just adds to it.
Right.
That's good news.
And,
now
and you
we
know who
that.
does? Do you know who runs Secure Corp's security compounds? Private complexes security.
Yeah.
Secure Corp does.
Funnily enough. So
right.
He watches them when they go on leave or out or whatever.
Yeah.
He picks one.
Okay.
This is why I say this took ages.
Right. Yeah.
He picks one. He follows that one.
So what is it about this particular individual that makes them the appropriate and correct one to choose?
He's always by himself.
Okay. So these are your criteria. They're by themselves.
Yeah. He's not got many friends.
Okay.
Okay. He has hobbies, places that he goes to for his hobbies.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, like everybody goes to. He goes to a shooting range, or he goes to or he does whatever he does.
So on the compound, there's a lot of stuff like that they can do. You know, they've got tennis courts and swimming pool and a running track, bicycle track, shit like that. And
okay,
they've
that's
got a
good
gym,
to know.
You know, so they don't have to go out that much.
That's what I figure.
And they do have people that do go out and do stuff for them. You know, they can afford to. They've got. You'll find that they have families there. You know, it's basically a gated community.
Aha. Okay. So after watching this guy for ages,
right,
he's pretty much realized that if he tries to make an approach, he's gonna get at some stage discovered.
Right.
He's gonna get picked up. But at least he's found out something new. He's found out where Secure Corp's base is and how they work. That's something they didn't know before.
Now, I mean, amongst the people that live in the community, I mean, you could equally, if you're just simply trying to make contact with them, I mean, possible targets and theories. If you do, you spend time talking to Mr. Winter about this stuff as well?
Yeah, because he would know Mr. Winter through Vincent.
Right. Well, oh, I mean, sorry. Well, who would be Vincent's primary goal here?
Yeah, Mr. Winter is always with him.
Okay.
It's personal. That's his personal, like Parker.
Right. He's like Parker. Yeah, that's the impression I have too.
Yeah.
He's okay. And he's a little bit like a cross between Mr. Parker and Van Helsing.
That's right. Yeah.
I see Mr. Winter with long hair and maybe even an eye patch. I don't know why I see that, but
yeah. No, that fits perfectly in my mind.
okay.
Yep.
And he has a kind of rolling Scottish, Celtic, foreign, even Irish accent, mostly because my accent's inconsistent and changes from day to day. So, okay. So, if you were there with Mr. Winters and you were going through possible candidates and discussing the files and what have you, he would say, "Sir, have you considered the possibility of taking, I don't know, one of the staff members that does the upkeep of the grounds, for example, or interrupting their food supply, something along those lines, more kind of infiltration sort of style of effect, rather than expecting them to come to us, we could go to them."
Well, Peter would say, that's what I'm trying to do, Mr. Winters.
I see. Well, what we can do is we can look up all the people that they hire, which companies contract to them. We can go through their mail records, perhaps, if we're careful. I'm not sure, but if we could get an agent of ours inside there working on their project, I don't know. How dangerous is that? What do you think would be the obstacles?
Well, yeah, we'd have to find out what companies they use to, for instance, do the kitchen work.
Right, and from our observation, we have already noted that they have a number of catering companies that come through on a daily basis. They have an ironing company that does uniforms for Secure Corp. You know, washing, ironing, laundry, that type of thing.
Yes.
They have trucks coming in and going every day from the laundry department.
I'll get a list of every company.
Right. Well, I have a fairly extensive list here of the things that we've observed in the last month.
All right. So, Peter would go through the list of people.
Right, so Vincent passes this information on to Peter then.
Yeah.
Okay. How does he pass it on? By email or private chat, conversation, real life?
Email.
Email, yeah. Okay.
Email.
All right. So Peter has this email with information in it about Secure Corp's private security complex, where they, you know, their staff live, and so Peter, I think Peter will do an investigation of this information, and what will come to light is that standards on the base are not everyone's happy with them all the time. There have been some issues from time to time where complaints have been made and people have been shut up and silenced. Legal battles still being fought. But oddly enough, those legal battles, they pop up kind of regularly, but they are immediately shut down.
Funny that. Funny that. Okay.
Yeah.
Who does the laundry?
It is the Illinois Laundry Company.
Okay. All right. he is... Are they hiring?
Are they hiring? Are they hiring? Yes, I think they hire. Yeah, they do have. They are hiring. Especially, they're looking for people with experience in the laundry service. They're looking for drivers. They're looking for marketing people.
Okay. Okay.
A couple of other positions available if you can think of one that you would like to suggest.
All right. What he would suggest is take 2 of their men, 1 male, 1 female,
Yeah.
and have them, because we're not doing a fast thing with this load and thing. It's got to be slow and careful.
Right.
Have them apply for a job. Make sure they're our infiltrators.
So your infiltrator, who are you choosing to infiltrate to send on this?
I'm going to choose... has Vincent got ghouls that could infiltrate? That
Vincent could make ghouls, or he yeah, I mean, I guess he would have ghouls that could do such a job. We can create a team of them if you like. How many would you want?
all right, we need 2 to go in.
Yeah.
We need all their data up to date and proper if they're checked.
Yeah.
Okay, and all they got...
Quick note, can I just get you to pop your head over to the other side of the screen?
Okay. This chair is giving me trouble.
What chair are you on at the moment? Is that still the power chair?
No, it's not.
Oh, crap.
Otherwise, I'd be sitting straight.
Right.
Okay, now
Yeah.
what we do is we send those 2 in. Now, one of them might not get the job, but one might. They
Right.
stay with the company for a certain amount of time, so they're trusted,
Right.
and then they do a good enough job to get slipped in as part of the laundry
Right.
detail.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So to actually send them in with equipment
Yeah.
tacked up, ready to go,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Vincent will give Peter that responsibility. He will work that team because Vincent wants to see if he's good enough for the order. So he's literally testing him. He will run that team. Peter will run that team.
Right. Right. Okay. So so Peter is going to run the team that are going to follow up on this compound.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they're going to do their laundry. If they get to do the laundry at the compound, all they do is do their job and take in whatever they can. All right?
Okay.
And then they get to know people bit by bit. Well,
Mr. Winters will suggest that you what you need is somebody applying to work as a security guard for Secure Corp. If you're going to go to the trouble of putting somebody into a fake position, why not go for an actual security guard position?
Because they would be really tight on the security guard. So we'd have to make sure that this guy is a literal security guard, not a made-up one, that he's got all the...
Right.
Yeah. But they might look at his... The problems are, one, someone like Capone or somebody amongst their lot might look into his mind and stuff like that. How do we deal with that, says Peter?
So he's basically concerned that somebody in there is going to use some sort of basically disciplines.
Yeah.
That's what he's concerned about.
Yeah. So how do we get round that? Peter wants to get round that.
Well, Peter's going to have to ask Vincent for that answer, I suppose, because I don't think Mr. Winters has a straight-up answer.
Yeah. Okay, he would go to Vincent for that.
What do you think Vincent would say?
Oh, he would say he'll get in touch with him. Give him time. So he would go to Gustav.
All right.
And he would say, a young person, like, he would explain that, okay, there's Peter. He's in charge of this team. He wants to get a security man in.
Right.
But he suspects that they will hide. He suspects that the Ventru will look in the security guy's mind, and
right.
How do I get past that?
Right. Well, I mean, I think the first thing is that Secure Corp is quite a big company, and they have a lot of members. Whether or not they have the resources to actually assign some sort of ghoul or retainer or even a vampire who has the ability to perceive auras or otherwise check for vampires is questionable. Maybe at higher levels, at higher ranks, when they're dealing with people that are actually dealing with Loden himself or with other vampires, they might consider that. But at the bottom level, Secure Corp is a huge company that deals with banks and other corporations for the most part. So their need to do that sort of screening is fairly low. And mostly you suspect they bluff as to how much power they actually have. But that being said, I mean, you've seen that before in the past in Europe, for example, in other cases that you've worked as an Archon. But
Yeah.
in this case, you can't be absolutely sure, but that's not unreasonable. Welcome, Jesse. Sorry to keep you there.
No worries.
How you doing?
Doing well, yourself?
I'm coughing my lungs up. Besides that, everything's good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we're just having a bit of a chat about one of Barry's other pursuits in this game, because as you might have guessed, we've put together two games recently, the Chicago and the Europe game, into one big chunky maloo now, so it's all one thing. And so we're discussing how to draw tendrils between these two previously existing kind of separate worlds. They were actually the same world, and you could bring one character from one to the other, but now we're going to play it in a way that it's more free form in that respect. So we'll see how we go.
It's all right. The other thing is, going off that for a moment,
Yeah.
we were talking about Sherazade. Vincent, in this game, is in England now.
Right. That's true.
And she is in her difficulty
Right.
now, is she?
Yeah, so I'm actually thinking we should try and engineer a situation. And when I say that, if you're a viewer, you'll be going, "What the hell, engineer a situation? That's metagaming." Well, that's right. That is metagaming. I like to metagame. Metagaming is how I get the most out of my playtime. Because if you engineer a situation in which we can have Jesse's character part of our team ASAP, whether he likes it or not, or whether he's over his head, under the protection of the player characters, but has to go through this as part of some sort of test.
Well, my character, is going to get in touch with Gustav, his boss,
Right.
basically.
Right.
And he's going to say to Gustav, why don't I just walk in, tell the lad what I am, and because I've given him a little bit of myself already,
Right.
I'll give him two more, and then I'll introduce myself.
Right.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
I'm not-
We're
I'm
on a
not
little bit
busy.
early
Close up.
this week because
Yo.
that's how excited we are to play.
By the way, my voice is very low today because I got sick.
Oh no! Did you have?
I'm
the
gonna
COVIDs?
blame one of you guys.
Yeah, it's probably our fault. That we play online, and I cough on
That's
my
how viruses work.
I coughed on my camera, and Charlie got sick. That's how it works.
That's so accurate.
So accurate. So
It was Jordan, don't worry.
how's everybody doing? How are we doing? We've got 1 minute before we're
Excellent.
even supposed to be online, and here we are. We've been role playing and chatting and doing shit for about 10 minutes at least.
Right.
So
I know exactly how I want to start off my evening.
well, I did.
Me
Jesse, I promised to have a chat with you before we got too far down the road. So, is there anything we can chat about now to quickly resolve anything that might assist us?
I think it really just comes down to what you would entertain and that would work with your narrative.
Right.
When I was creating the background, I tried creating something interesting, and you could actually kind of grab onto a bunch of different possibilities.
Right.
But I don't know what was going to be proper for this for this particular world
Right.
or your narrative, which is why when I sent you this couple of DMs, I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna spitball in here. What would actually make work? What
I could see your brain was certainly churning there, and I was looking at it, and I had a couple of different reactions, and partly because one of the things that you hit upon in your background story there. Sorry, guys, we're just going to talk background for a minute, and in a kind of obtuse, abstract way, because you guys don't know, but you hit upon a vein that is part of an overarching storyline that. Basically, I don't want to say too much about, but there's something,
that's fair.
There's something in the story that kind of reflects this stuff, and I'm kind of like, well, this is a bit too weird for me. How did he come up with this? So, so I'm dealing with that. So don't worry.
Oh, that's great. So we're both in the same wavelength.
We
apparently.
are on a very similar wavelength. So anyway, let's not go too far down that road. But what I can say is that. Tell me if I'm wrong about any of the following things, Jesse, because the player characters will know these facts, I assume. Some of them anyway. Tell me what they do and don't know. They know that you're essentially a doctor/scientist. Is that the
immunologist? Yes.
Right, immunologist. Okay, so they know this much. They know that they believe him to be a human. He believes himself to be a human.
Yes.
They believe that he has the DNA and human lineage of the master of the Order of the Temple of Mars, whom they work for. And as to what the relevance of that is to the game and the game world and to the characters, we don't know yet, but we can maybe guess. What else do you guys? Sorry.
Did you get that last little blurb in the DM that I sent you about the Magi and about the Hawthorns and the Lockwoods?
Let me just double check on that. I believe so. Yes, I haven't had a chance to absorb it in great detail, but
because I think that would actually link into exactly what we're talking about somewhat as well, with some potential.
Right. Yeah, okay, so we will go into more detail about what that is, I think, and we need to keep that information at the moment locked up and tightly bound so that it can be developed carefully. And then
mum's the word.
And then sprung upon these player characters and our enormous audience of 5 people. Thank you, people, for coming and watching our little stream. Yay! We love you.
Oh, by the way, if my coworkers at BD&D are watching, hello. They promised me that they would.
BD&D, tell us about that. What's that?
Okay. Well, BD&D is a store in Petone, New Zealand. And they specialize in things like dice and minis and D&D books.
Wow.
And yeah, it's so much fun.
Wow.
I work there now. I'm so happy.
Very cool. So that makes a change from the old life.
Yeah.
Wow.
My job now is the store vampire.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have a store vampire.
Yeah.
Especially, crime. Solves crime.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So, okay. So given all of these circumstances that we have discussed, let us recap the situation that we left our characters in last week. Who, I'm not going to ask who, I'm just going to say, Charlie, tell me where your character is.
Where is my character?
All right,
well,
I'm asking you.
I am currently torturing a guy.
Okay. All right. So you're torturing somebody. Who is it that you're torturing and why?
I'm torturing one of the guys that had they were planning on kidnapping Arthur. I have no idea why.
Welcome, C.S. Graham, evening first-time viewer. Love to have you. Thank you for coming. All of that stuff. Yeah, we're just getting started tonight.
But through extracting information from these guys, they're telling us the reasons for why they were planning on taking Arthur, for as much as they know. They've given us a location for where Arthur is going to get taken to. Okay. Apparently, it's the guy who gave the mission to these henchmen.
Right.
Was a guy under the name the Postman.
The Postman.
And he originally came from the post office.
Have you planned this, or are you just making this up?
No, this
you don't know your own story? What the hell, Russell? Sort it out.
Right.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I remember all that.
Yeah. He remembers.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Especially the postman thing.
All right. So Barry, where are you?
I am entrusting Merci to do what she does well, and I will get organized for tomorrow evening. I need a police report made up.
What is the police report for?
About the robbery and everything. And that evening I will go over to, I will get a car, go around the block with the car, and show up at our target's home and show him the police report and give him a nice cup of coffee.
Nice cup of coffee that you've purchased from a Starbucks or something on the way?
Yeah.
So, well, you get to the door and, Jesse, let's rename your Zoom quickly as well. Can you do that? Switch his name out for his character name. So yeah, you hear a banging on the door, I guess, as
a quiet banging on the door.
A quiet banging on the door. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Like I said, what time of day would this be? Like 6?
It would be about 7:15, 7:30, I would imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I go.
What's going on?
Barry, your character camera's switching on and off.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts. Okay. No, every time I do that. Okay. All right. I won't do that now. All right. Vincent is standing at the door.
Vincent is standing at the door. What does Vincent look like for the audience?
Vincent is basically Brad Pitt with a moustache.
Right.
And he has reasonably modern clothes. A long black jacket. Long black jacket. And nice shirt, nice pants, nice boots.
Nice shirt, nice pants, nice boots. Okay, cool.
And weaponry hidden away under his jacket.
So perhaps, Jesse. Sorry, what's your character's name? Arthur.
Arthur. Yep.
Perhaps Arthur can make a perception alertness check, please.
He's met me before.
Right. That's true. He
met
you.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah. He thinks I'm a nice dude.
So perception alertness.
Yeah.
Right on.
I better log into my Roll20. I have to have 2 different ones open, don't I?
Yes.
Yes. Fortunately, I have.
That is 1 success out of 10.
1 success with a 10. Okay. Well, I think you probably noticed that there are some interesting looking bumps in Vincent's jacket. I don't
Bumps
know
and bulges.
Bumps and bulges. He's not. It's not that he's happy to see you. So
he is wearing some tight pants, so I don't know. All right, I opened the door. Vincent, right? The police officer from the other night.
You got it. You got it. How are you this fine evening?
I'm actually doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better. No. Thank you for asking. Do you want to come in? I could drop a coffee, tea.
I
maybe even a.
What was your dog's name again?
Bugle.
Bugle.
Yeah.
Bugle. Bugle the dog. That's right. So Bugle comes wandering up and starts sniffing around your knee, Vincent.
He's harmless. He's a good dog.
I bought you a coffee. I thought we might go over a few details about what you went through last night.
That'd be much appreciated. I've haven't got a lot of sleep, but yeah, if you wouldn't mind coming in, I've got some joints on the table. They've been freshly rolled. If you want to partake.
On duty, and I never heard you talk about joints.
I'm just going to put you on push to talk there, Barry, despite you being in the middle of a conversation. Just because of the baking trays. I know they're baking trays.
I'll just bring him back into the living room and just show him a seat.
All right.
Hey, I hand over the coffee.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take a seat as well. And I take cheers. I assume you brought the police report.
See if it matches up with what you said.
Now, Charlie, where is Merci right now?
Well,
she's been
Merci
torturing.
Merci will be done.
Okay.
She'll be cleaning up. She has these ideas she wants to go through with Vincent, so she's like looking for him.
Right. Okay. So perhaps
Vincent, where the hell are you?
She doesn't know where he is, but she can text him or phone him.
Damn it. I will go to one of his goons.
Mr. Winters might be available.
Oh, Mr. Winters.
Hi.
I need to see Vincent.
Oh, he's visiting with the subject. So, he's there now. You should go if you want to see him. I can take you if you like.
Actually, what I'm gonna need... Look, I don't think we should... I think we need to get him out of that house. That's what I'm trying to... What my mind is at right now.
Is there a danger? Is it clear and present?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm asking you a question.
Right, it's not clear and present, no. However, because we had the people go over and try and snag him last night.
Right.
Well, it's probably going to happen again. So, I have an idea, but I need your help. And because I can't get hold of Vincent, I think it's just better if we go over there now. I need one of your goons. I need an outfit like that. Okay. You know the headgear and the body armor and like quick. If you don't mind.
All right. Let's get to it. Tactical gear now.
And I'm gonna get like one of the gun cases.
All right.
I'm going to pull out the guns. I'm gonna pull out the foam. Just chuck that over my shoulder. And I'm going to look around and I'm like, is there anything that could puncture holes? Out of game.
Drills.
Does
drills.
Vincent have the ability to like do wolf claws? Have I seen him do that before?
Have you seen Vincent do wolf claws? I think you would have seen Vincent do wolf claws by now.
Okay.
Barry, would you agree? Oops.
Leaves in defiance.
He leaves in defiance. He's just like, fuck you guys, man. Bye. I'm out of here.
Yeah, she would have seen it.
Hold on a second. C.S. Graham in chat says, may I ask what everyone is playing as? So, Barry Tahira, who's currently a cat for some reason, there he is. He's playing Archon Vincent Meyer of Clan Gangrel. He and Charlie, who is playing Merci, who's a Malkavian, they're members of the Order of the Temple of Mars. So it's complicated. And so what they're doing at the moment is inducting this new character, which is played by Jesse. This is Arthur, who currently is a human with a twist. So we'll see how this all plays out. I hope that answers your question. Feel free to keep asking questions. We'll try and get to the point. All right, sorry, please continue.
So after getting those two things, I'm also going to hand him the notes that I was taking on the guy that I tortured. Maybe we should roll a dice to see if he survived or not, because, Mercy is like that. So.
Well, Mercy can make a self-control check if you like.
Oh, I don't like eating human anymore.
Well, it's not necessarily self-control for eating them. It could just be self-control for not just killing them, for the pure pleasure of it.
All right, I can do that. Yeah. One success.
One success.
So like, oh, probably got up to it.
I mean, you could have had more success at self-control with that. True. You could have.
I think I would have took it a little bit too far, but kept him alive.
You kept him alive. He's not dead. He's not irreversibly damaged. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so when Mercy arrives, what does?
Yeah, Mr. Winters, that's yours. Enjoy. Do you have a tracking device or something? Just like a little personal one.
For you or for what?
For me, please.
For you, all right. I can have that arranged. Give me a few moments. He goes off and does that. Comes back, gives you a bag, small bag. Open it up. There's a tracking device. Stick it on the bottom of a car or in a purse.
Okay. Well.
Swallow.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, so I take all this. I hop inside the goon outfit.
Yep.
I don't know what you call your men.
Tactical Vincent. Gear.
But yeah, I hop in that.
Yep.
And then I shift myself to look like Arthur, but in this gear.
So using obfuscate?
Yes.
Right, so we're talking about Mask of 1,000 Faces. Okay. So you're going to shift yourself to look like Arthur wearing this gear.
With a helmet and, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to walk over confidently.
To where?
To Arthur's place.
You're going to walk to his house in this gear.
Is it far?
Well, it's across, because you guys are in a safe house across the road, weren't you? So
yeah,
it shouldn't be that far. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You can do that. All right, so you walk across the street outside. Would you like to make a perception alertness check?
With the gun case as well?
Yeah, the gun case can make a perception alertness check. No, it can't.
Okay. So. I can try. 5 successes.
5 successes! Well, you notice the orange leaves blowing down the street with the street lights behind them and how beautiful they are as they streak out in the wind. You sense the coming of rain. You see the cat sitting on the gate of the neighbour's house. A couple of birds sleeping amongst the trees. You see a badger in the backyard of somebody's house.
A badger?
Yeah.
That would have... I imagine Mercy's like, well, I've never seen one of those before. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then you see in the distance across behind his house, behind the next house on the road beyond, there is a car that's just started up. Somebody's sitting in that car and the engine's running in the distance. As you approach the door, you can hear the sounds of light conversation occurring within. Back to Vincent and Jesse. Vincent and Arthur, you guys are at the table talking. When?
So, there's someone at your door.
It's like Grand Central Station in here.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute. I go up to the door, kind of do the peek over, and I assume I see somebody in military gear.
Yeah. What's funny is I look very similar to you, but you won't be able to see too much because I've got like the helmet and
Tactical helmet on, yeah.
yeah.
I think you're muted, Russell.
No, just leave him. Just leave him. It's funny.
Do those visors come? Fuck you. Do those visors come all the way down, or do they just come down to here like Judge Dredd?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I imagine like down to here,
Many of them have goggles and face masks. Actually,
Nice.
that's more common. So I think that might be the way.
Hmm.
So yeah, okay. So you're standing there outside the door, and you look like a tactical drug squad fucking cop, basically.
So the Big Lebowski in tack gear.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm guessing the beard's sticking out. This character has a beard, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. So there's this beard sticking out of right, and it looks familiar.
It's a familiar beard.
And if I swung that way, open the door.
Vincent, what are you doing in the background? I mean, you've just seen him open the door, and behind him you're seeing this individual that's dressed in tactical gear, with firearms and the lot, and as well as helmet, goggles, face mask, and beard sticking out of it. I think at this point Arthur should probably make an investigation check to see, just how much this is disturbing him, because how similar this is, and Vincent should do the same thing, really. So I'm going to make a check for you, Vincent.
Is Vincent having a look?
I know what Vincent is doing.
What is Vincent doing?
He's thinking, oh my god.
Right.
Really? Okay.
Well, I'll make
we'll
a
go
perception.
with this.
Make a perception alertness for Vincent, because it isn't a kind of active investigation, but he still has 2 successes on that. What did you get for your check, Jesse?
Well, I only had 4 dice in that roll, but I managed to get 3 successes.
3
Nice.
successes. Okay. Well, for you then, it's you're definitely, this is a what the fuck moment for you. Vincent, on the other hand, what did I say? 2 successes. It's still a bit like, what the hell? What am I looking at?
Okay, well, if I'm going to react that way, I'm not going to open the door. I'm going to keep the door closed, and in fact, I'm going to latch it.
What if this is a case of you didn't notice until you had the door open?
Then I'd be slamming the door.
So you slam the door and latch it, right?
Yeah.
That makes
Back
sense.
up to I basically stumble back to my stairs.
Okay.
Mr. Meyer.
And you're stumbling back towards Vincent at this point, and then you hear Vincent Meyer come through the door.
Excuse me. I meant to tell you about this. You see, someone tried to take you last night for some reason, so I bought in a double.
Okay.
I was about to tell you, but unfortunately, I'm sorry if that disturbed you slightly. Could you open the door? One of my people.
My heart. Warn me next time. Okay. Go up to the door. I unlatch it.
All right.
Just intuitively.
Yeah.
Much trepidation.
Much trepidation.
I got a foot behind the door.
Yep.
So like if they try to push it open, I'm gonna keep my foot there, and not like I can really keep that. Somebody that big charging through with tack gear probably weighs a lot. And your name?
That would be Officer Williams.
Officer Williams.
Yes.
That's right,
All right.
man. That's right. That's me, man.
Now,
Do
I
know
want
what-
you to get
do
a
you know
look
what
at
I'm
Officer
doing?
Williams to see if you think she looks enough like you. He looks enough like you.
What am I doing? I'm digging a hole.
Exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
It's a weird
Yes.
place to dig a hole.
I know, but I had to make it obvious somehow. So you can dig a hole in the wall if you're in prison.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want you to have a look and see if you think he looks enough like you.
All right, this is highly unusual, but I guess. I mean, let's come to the. You know, if you want, you can come to the living room.
I will go in the living room.
Now,
Go in the living room. All
Kind of
right.
check outside. What the fuck?
Mr.
Close the
Meyer, do
door.
you mind if we have a chat in the kitchen?
not at all. Could you excuse us, please?
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Nothing going on here. Just a doppelganger. I'm gonna go sit down and sip my coffee.
Merci, I love you dearly, but what the hell are you doing?
Okay, I think it's time that we get him out of here. I think what we need to do is we need to extract him. We need to tell him about everything, because what is gonna come up? He needs to know. He needs to know.
I agree with
From what we saw yesterday, he can take it.
I agree with you. All right.
I start taking off like the hat or all
Helmet,
the armors.
helmet.
Yeah.
All of that stuff I'm taking off.
All right.
And
Right.
and I'm gonna give that to Vincent so that Arthur can hop in it.
All right.
This is the time to extract them. Oh, by the way, this gun case here, if you could jab some holes in it, I thought we could put Bugle in there.
Okay. All right. Now, Vincent comes in.
Bugle licks you.
Right. Sit down, please. How can I put it to you? I understand. You enjoying that coffee, are you?
Yeah, well, it's a little late in the evening for coffee, but I'm still enjoying it. Thank you very much.
Good.
He has, in
good.
fact, sipped this coffee then.
Yes.
I'm
So
glad. I'm making sure he's drinking that coffee.
That's strike two. We're all
Why?
aware that he is
Yeah, strike two. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You have a blood condition, do you not?
Of sorts, yeah. Wow, I didn't know the police were privy to that type of information. It's doctor records, you know.
Jesse, can you make a self-control check?
Yes, I can.
I know that seems like a weird thing to ask for right now. What might I be up to? I wonder. 2 successes. Okay. You feel the strong urge to crush the coffee cup in your hand, and as you resist it, you realize that you've already put in the amount of pressure that you've already put into it has caused the cup to crack. Or if it's a disposable cup, to crunch. It's as if you were not aware of your own strength.
So something very similar to that occurred yesterday.
Yeah.
What the?
Now, oh boy, why me? Says Vincent. All right.
You didn't put in like antibiotic steroids in this thing, did you?
No steroids. No steroids.
My heart rate is going. I feel like I'm nervous. It's like being on the first date. It's crazy.
How's your condition feeling?
Like I'm a little shaky.
Little shaggy? Is it getting... Yeah. You'll find it gets better by the minute. Now, my name is, as you've been told, Vincent. And I understand you're kind of into the occult as well. Kind of.
Good Lord. What don't you know?
Oh, there's nothing much about you I don't know. Now, my companion here and
I'll come out of the kitchen, and I look exactly like you. Exactly like you. Not in the tactical gear anymore. And not wearing your robe.
So what?
Because
Naked?
I'm eyeing up your robe.
What is she wearing? What is he wearing? They wearing?
Okay, so
I'd be wearing the robe, yeah.
So what would you be wearing under your robe? Like pretty comfortable like stuff, right? Like sweatpants or something.
If anything.
That's it.
Slippers, boxes. Oh, wait, I'm slipping in and out of accent again. Boxers. And little else. I mean, I'm very comfortable in my own home, even when other people come over. I mean, if something slips out, it's your problem, not mine.
Right. That's a lot less than I feel comfortable with. You know what? No, I'm going with that. I see what I said.
You guys knocked on his door, you know.
I'm just wearing
Okay.
boxers and some slippers or something. I don't know.
Okay. And as Vincent's talking, he's like in the doorway because he knows the normal reaction after all these years of telling somebody.
So you're blocking the front door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I see you don't happen to be blocking the back door, do you? Or
I'm hoping that my cohort buddy pal is doing that.
Right.
Or in that area where she would block that.
All right.
And here is the good news in one way and the bad news in another. Occultish things do exist. And we're one of them. We're called, well...
Vincent, excuse me, Mr. I said Meyer, but I meant Morrow, so, well, Mr. Morrow.
Yes.
The intention was that you take him now. So just encourage him to hop in the gear. And then go, and then you can talk to him. Debrief him.
Wait a minute. What's going on? What's going on? Seriously, like, let's bring us down to brass tacks, eh? Like, spit it out, make it clear, because I am getting ready to freak out here. Like, I'm gonna leave. There's been a lot happening these past couple of days, let alone me, you know, my place getting torn up, pieces of time going missing, and somebody explain why I have a discharged weapon upstairs. I'm missing a bullet, but you said all I did was pass out.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking to you, Vincent. I don't know who this is other than some weird-ass like clone. Like, put some clothes on. Jesus.
Okay. Right.
I jiggle at him.
You have a very important bloodline, and they'd like to meet you.
Who?
And we'd like to protect you from your... Well, you've seen that somebody's interested in you. We'd like to protect you. And that's what we're here to do.
Hey, you know, protection, that's something I can get behind, and I appreciate that. 100%.
Yes.
What I'm not getting is this right here and all the other questions that I had. Discharge weapon, time missing. I'm like, this is the shit that's driving me crazy. Crazy.
When we get you out of here and to a safer place, I will explain every question you have.
So that there's a table in front of me, right? And it's got the joints sort of laid out on it.
Yeah.
And I've got one potence. Yes.
Yes.
Because
correct.
okay.
Yeah.
Would that be enough to break a table?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Sure.
All right. Well, he's pissing off. I want fucking answers now.
Bam! And he smashes down on the table and cracks it. What sort of table is it? Is it wooden or marble or?
Well, like your IKEA
Okay.
Piece of crap.
In which case, one of the legs basically just bends right off, and or your hand goes through the roof of it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Seem reasonable?
I think
gives me pause. As soon as that happens, I'm like, oh!
All of the contents of the table, of course, go sliding onto the floor, and anything that's breakable is going to crash.
Excuse me, Arthur Crane, was it?
Yes.
I look at you in the eyes, and I yeah, it's pretty romantic. I'm going to say, stop having a tantrum and listen to what Vincent has to say. What's your willpower?
You don't have to answer that question. You can have me mediate it if you wish to keep it a secret.
No, it's more, I suppose. It's for the sake of this.
It's above average.
It's not about how much you have. It's about what you can do.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I phrased it correctly.
How big is your willpower?
Exactly.
Right. Manipulation and leadership. All right, I'm going to roll it and...
Do it! Do it! Roll it!
Have a look down there, and if it's higher than what your ones are...
Oh, then... which vampire game are you in? Is that the 5 successes?
Yes. Now, you don't have to tell me what the willpower is, but...
You did not succeed.
What? You serious?
Let me check your character, Arthur.
You've got 10.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong one. You just got the number of successes required. Okay.
Yes. Well, the question is what is a success is the question.
You're gonna honestly, it's better if you just tell me because I'm going to know anyway.
That's 5.
Oh,
it's 5. Okay,
so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually 6 successes.
Oh, more than enough then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
right.
So 6 successes. What was it you were doing?
I'm telling him to stop having a tantrum and listen to what Vincent has to say.
Right, and you're using Dominate, are you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is level 2 Dominate Suggestion.
Mesmerize.
Mesmerize. Suggestions D&D. Too many game systems. Okay, cool. So yeah, she's done this to you. She has enchanted you with this vampiric power that you were not aware of. And so this sounds like a really good idea, especially now that you've just drunken Vincent's blood, and now that blood is beginning to permeate your senses and your core being as well. It seems like a drug, altering your consciousness at its core. These two people are now extraordinarily important in this moment.
An important question to do with the autoimmune disease, and we know that it actually gives them fits.
Right.
Will the potence exacerbate that, or will the vampiric blood keep that at bay?
Technically, the vampiric blood should have cured it, but as it's a little bit more complicated than that, I think we'll keep it at bay.
Okay. So I'm half expecting, like, because of how elevated my emotions are right now, that I was going to start to tremble and I might end up having a fit, but
yeah,
nothing is happening.
No, nothing's happening. In fact, you're feeling healthier than you have felt for a long time. You're feeling strong and healthy and fit, and you can breathe well, and you look down at your hand. I mean, maybe there's a burn or a scar or something that you've cut yourself recently or something like that. Some small minor wound has just cleared up.
Yeah, when I cut myself when I was out in the garage dealing with my alchemical stuff,
right,
and had that first roll of potence that I was breaking pieces of glass, and so yeah, perfect. It just heals right up.
Even the splinters from the wooden table you've just broken, the IKEA table, there might be something there you can pull out and just watch as the wound seals itself up.
But I've been dominated to calm my shit, so.
Yes. So I mean, you can look at that as basically the way, I suppose, powerful medication would work. you know, you're just relaxed about it. So for some reason, you're just okay with it. Everything, you take it in, and yeah, you know cognitively that there's something fucking crazy going on here, but you're just able to take it.
So we have small brain just screaming like a motherfucker back here, but everything is just yeah, calm. That's I'm tired.
All right.
But I'm not tired. This is crazy.
Now I'd like you to pack a bag.
Yeah.
Put on the clothes.
Put on the clothes. Those clothes.
And now
And
also
come with us.
put Bugle in the gun carrier. Oh, Vincent, did you poke the holes in it?
Excuse me. I've just got to go into the kitchen. Put holes in the gun carrier.
All right. So wolf claws, is it? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very good. You've done this. Bugle. Do you put Bugle in the box then? I assume.
Yep. Very gently.
Somebody
and
like
give
to
that...
make a manipulation and animal ken check, please.
If I notice them doing this, I'm gonna hey, give them one of these, and I hand them a biscuit. The biscuit is a CBD biscuit.
Oh, excuse me. I don't even have COVID.
Okay. Give him a little pat as we put him in.
All right.
And shut everything up all safely.
Well, he loves you anyway.
And then give that to Arthur to look after.
And what did we roll on our little check?
Oh, what was that? Sorry, manipulation animal kin.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah, it might.
You don't mind. Just a one.
One success. All right, and our dog friend. He follows along. He plays along, but there's a lot of whining.
Mr. Winters, because Mr. Winters got a headset.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the vehicles and safe house 6.
Safe house number 6, sir. All right. Very good. I'm at the back. I'll send the boys around the front now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to be helping Arthur into the military gear.
Okay. And Arthur, I assume that under this current situation, you just cooperate for now. All right.
There'll be a lot of like Mercy's mannerisms while you are like looking at yourself. Right. So I'll just be like, there you go, hon, you're all good to go.
All right.
I'd like blink a little. What?
Mr. Winters?
Yes, sir. Ready to go.
Have it also organized that all his stuff is put in storage for the big move.
I see, sir. I'll look into that. Very well.
All right.
The truck's here at the front if you want.
Yeah. So
you can hear a truck pull up the front outside the house.
So yeah, you're gonna go back to Vincent's, okay, Arthur. Vincent, I'm gonna stay here. I've got a tracking device. I might go for a walk. I know I don't have a bugle, but I could probably try and make something look like a bugle. And
who are you?
MIB.
Wow, I'm not familiar with that organization.
Yeah, it's a new organization.
And they have
so
doppelgangers.
You probably haven't heard of it.
Clones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Clones.
basically, we're all living the body snatchers is what's going on here. This is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, whatever you believe. This is all just a dream. Don't worry, you'll wake up.
MIB stands for Mercy in Boots.
All right, you can stay here. It's fine. That's great. It's fantastic. But I've got a lot of valuables in here. I've got an occult library that's worth a lot of money.
Okay, whatever. Like, eventually you won't even need to worry about all that nonsense.
It will all be stored. It's being taken care of now.
Ah, see? There we go. There we go. Men in charge. There we go. I like it.
All right, there's a knock at the door.
All right, let's
Someone
go.
answer the goddamn door. Go answer the door. Vincent, go. Off you go.
He goes to answer the door.
All right, Mr. Winters is standing at the door, and the truck is parked up right next to the door, as close as they can get it.
All right, let's get going. Let's get going.
All right, and thusly, you are absorbed into the back of this truck.
And Russell,
Yeah.
there's more than one truck,
Oh, really?
and they all look the same.
Really? Okay.
So we send them off in different directions.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good then. So what I'm going to do is get you to make a wits and deception check, because I think that's appropriate.
Did you say wits and deception?
Subterfuge.
Ah, there we go.
Don't get smart and clever. just you know, if I ask the wrong thing, you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
I'm helping you find what you're looking for.
Help by humiliation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, subterfuge, wits and subterfuge checkos. Am I rolling this for, I suppose, for, this is not Bishop, this is Vincent Meyer. Vincent Meyer. Where are you, Vincent Meyer? I need your character sheet immediately. Here it is.
This all was planned while Merci was torturing the poor dude.
I see. What did I say? Wits and subterfuge. There it is. Submit the dice roll. The dice roll has been submitted. Oh, and that's a big fat 0 successes, because you rolled 2 10s, 2 1s, and a 3. So that something about that subterfuge didn't quite work. But that being said, the plan in and of itself is not a bad one. It's down to the execution of it. Any case, you get out of there. You're heading to safe house number 6. Tell me about it.
6 is just a rundown bloomin', you know, area.
Okay.
Nobody bothers about. It's comfortable, you know, for someone to be in for a short time.
Okay. How far away is this from the safe house that you have set up across the street from Jesse's original location?
It's at least 2-3 miles away from it.
Miles, just a few miles.
Yeah.
It's not far, really, in modern times. It's ridiculously close, in fact.
Well, no, we'll go a little bit into the country. It's in the country.
Okay, so it's more of a farmhouse, perhaps.
Yeah. It may be a what do you call it? Yeah, a farmhouse that Vincent used to have.
Okay, cool. So it's like an old peasant-style farmhouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so the truck that takes them out there, does it have windows? Is this an armored truck, or is this an inconspicuous van?
It's an inconspicuous van, but it is armored.
And what does
to
it
a
look
degree,
like?
not a great degree. It'll take a little bit of shit,
Gotcha.
not a, you know, because
it's
trying to be inconspicuous.
It's lightly armored. It's got, you know, tracking devices and security stuff. Blah blah blah. Okay. And in the back of it, when you get in there, I'm assuming there is a small team of SWAT team people that look pretty much like he does now, because he's wearing the tactical gear that Charlie.
And they've all been told that he is the principal, and he is to be protected above everything.
Okay, so how does Jesse? How does Arthur feel about this now? The doors
He brought
shut.
out into the what we call the countryside.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I was sitting in the back of one of the vehicles, like double doors or whatnot, whoosh open. Well, about this time, I would say that he's calmed down enough, and that he's trying to just allow some sort of an acceptance, at least for the time being. He's an intelligent individual, so he knows at this point in time, observe, and just choose his best time to make a move if he's going to make a move. Like if he sees something, any harm against his person, that sort of thing. Because I mean, he doesn't know these guys from Adam, so all he knows is that we're just trying to protect you. There's something really special about you. Cool, cool, cool. But we're gonna drive you out to the countryside and drop you off.
Right.
Okay. This sounds like the start of a great horror film.
Right.
Great.
Okay, so you jump out of the truck, out of the back of the van. When you get there, the doors open out and you step out into a gravel country road that wraps around the front of a farmhouse. It looks like an old-style farmhouse made of large blocks of shale with a thatched roof on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All that kind of thing. Very English.
Very English, despite the fact that we are in fact in
England.
England. We are in England. Of course we are. I keep thinking we're in Milan for some reason. Brain. Okay, cool.
This would be so much easier if we were in Milan.
All right. Does this place have a shed, a wool shed, a horse sort of stables?
It has a shed, yes.
Okay. Are there animals? Is it quiet? Has it been abandoned? Shut down?
No.
Locked
This
down?
was set up in advance. All this was set up in advance. So
Are there ghouls living here then?
yeah, there are ghouls living here.
Mr. and Mrs.
Richardson.
Okay. All right. So Mr. and Mrs. Richardson come outside and welcome you into the house. Then, as you come in.
They have been in my service for many, many years.
Aye, that's true. That's true. They say as they take you inside, and going inside, you're in this old farmhouse. There's a fireplace, which I don't know. Vincent, is it a real fireplace? Do they still have a real fireplace, or has it been replaced by a fake fire that looks like a fireplace?
Because it's all part of. Vincent long ago had to deal with fireplaces and fires, being a vampire in the time he was.
So he's overcome his Rostrak fear of fire enough to be able to feel comfortable, at least here.
Yeah, I keep away from it still. I'm not stupid, but I can deal with it.
You can deal with it, okay. So I will get self-control checks from the vampires in the party that enter the room.
Oh, just Vincent?
Just Vincent. What, Mercy's not there?
No.
Where's
Merci remains at Arthur's place, pretending to be Arthur.
Right.
With a tracking device.
How long is she going to do that for?
She's going to probably do that until the end of the night. She's trying to bait them.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm going to leave some people across the road in the observation place so that Mercy's not on her own. If she needs backup, it'll be there.
Okay, so there is a team
with Merci.
With Mercy, but not in the house.
No, not in the house.
Right, because
across
Mercy
the
doesn't
way.
want to blow her cover as Arthur's doppelganger.
Yeah.
I see. So, very well. So, Mercy, you're in the house alone. What are you doing in the house?
Oh, I'm going to sit in his chair, just like recline.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to do what I saw him do while I was checking him out. I will be maybe reading a book or, I guess, plodding around, pretending to smoke a joint, and then going up to the window, just like looking out.
All right.
Okay. And
so
then go back to reclining.
Open or closed? Are you being like?
I think I will. I won't have all the things closed. I will just have a look.
Right.
Look through that top window, or
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a wits and deception check too, please? Subterfuge.
Wits and
subterfuge, please.
Just the one.
Just the one. Okay, cool. Very good. So this is what you're doing, and so this goes on for a few hours.
I'll do that for a little bit, and then I'll decide to take the dog for a walk. This
Okay.
is something I haven't tried before, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. I'm just gonna get a mop, or a mop will do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a mop. I'm gonna obfuscate the
The
mop
mop into it.
into a dog. You said I can obfuscate a baby in my arms.
Yeah, if it's not really moving, or it's like that's pretty much just a still object. You've got to animate an entire dog with your
Okay.
subconscious.
Okay, you know what? I can try and do that. I'll bundle up
You can
some
try.
blankets.
Yeah.
I'll have him in my arms. I will um I will make the dog or the towels or the blankets look like Bugle, who is injured. So there's a reason for why I'm holding him as I go for a walk.
Okay, that makes sense. I will allow that.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you're going for a walk with the dog. Meantime,
Yep.
Vincent rather, and Arthur.
All right. I take him down into a room. Arthur down into a room.
Is this the basement?
A comfortable basement, yes.
Okay.
I shut the door and I sit at this table. It's got a table and everything. It's like a downstairs library or something.
Right.
Okay. All right. You have questions. Ask away.
Well, let's start with the most obvious. Is well, who the hell are you? Because you're not a police officer. I can tell you that right now.
What do you think I am?
Mr. Winters stands at the door. Sir, do you need me here? I can...
Oh, yes, Mr. Winters.
All right, he comes in and just stands behind you, Vincent.
He might need your point of view as well, you see.
I see.
All right, my name is really Vincent Meyer. How many hundreds of years old am I?
You are about 800 years old.
I am an 800-year-old vampire.
Oh my god. Okay, that is so far-fetched. I mean, I thought we were gonna have some shenanigans here, but I mean, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh my god, man. Shit. No. Really, who are you? Who are you?
Vincent Meyer, an 800-year-old, and I move up really fast in front of him.
Woof! Celerity, he breaks the masquerade in front of you. Woof! He's in front of you instantaneously.
Right. I'm gonna roll some courage and see if I actually piss myself.
I think that's fair. More than fair. Very fair. Very realistic.
Hey, there we go. Got a success with a 10.
Okay.
Hopefully that's enough.
Wow, very good. Okay, so you're fine then. You don't freak out. I guess this is also the blood and so on still sort of working, and also Mercy's command still has some effect perhaps at this point.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
calm and yeah, exactly.
Listen
And I
to what
guess
Vincent has to say.
yeah.
Now,
And I guess his blood will make me want to like, or want me to like him, or him to like me. And
you're dealing
right?
with it better because of his blood, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done anything to harm you as well, which would make a difference.
Right. So he stands up across the room, right in front of you.
Jesus, Murphy.
Now, you belong to an ancient bloodline. An ancient bloodline. And that bloodline has discovered that others have taken interest in you. And this ancient bloodline of yours may be able to help you with your condition. Now, they have sent me and my companion, the officer you saw before with a vampire, to protect you from any danger because you are part of this ancient bloodline. I take orders from this ancient bloodline.
One shitty fucking bloodline, though. If it, you know, I've been living with this cursed fucking blood my entire goddamn life. I'm, you know, I get stretched out on the floor. You know, when I was young, I get excited. You know why I don't have a fucking girlfriend? You know why I don't have a wife?
I'm sure you're
This is
going
the
to
reason.
tell me.
And you're telling me I'm part of this ancient fucking bloodline? I don't think so. Yeah, I've been reading enough about the occult that I could say, okay, I'm going to entertain the idea that you might be a vampire. I don't know what the hell that was. What you just did there, but you know, it might be a party trick. Who do I know?
Sir, perhaps you should tell him about Cain.
You've heard of Cain and Abel in the Bible.
Gosh.
Cain killed his brother, and God cursed him. That curse made him a vampire. He, in turn, created many other vampires.
Would any of the occult stuff that I had been reading have any of this information?
Sure. Why don't we make a intelligence and occult check, please?
Okay. I believe that's going to be a pretty good roll. Intelligence. 6. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We've got 2 successes, an 8 and a 10.
2 successes, an 8 and a 10. Excellent. In which case, yeah, this kind of does gel up. I mean, you've definitely studied the Bible at some place, at some point, maybe as a child even, growing up. And you've certainly come across these ideas and concepts. And then the idea that you may have even heard the story that Cain was cursed to walk the lands of Nod for all of eternity for what he did. So, you know, it's not much to go on, but there's definitely a connection there.
Okay. So I'm gonna some of this does jive. I'll give that to you.
All right. Next thing is, I can do this. Wolf claws.
What did you do?
So
wolf
he
claws.
extends
wolf claws.
wolf
Yeah.
claws out of his hand.
Okay, well, that's definitely not a potty trick.
Gleaming blades. Gleaming
not-
blades extending from his fingers, about 2 inches. How long is his wolf claws?
Well,
You got little ones like this, or are they big, long ones like this?
they're big, long ones.
Okay, scary. Scary AF.
He puts them back. But these wolf claws are not made to hurt you. These wolf claws are made to protect you. There are different types of vampire. I won't go through all that at the moment because it's not necessary at this time. There are also different, what's the word I'm looking for, Russell? Different...
Clans, sects.
There are different clans of vampire. There are different sects. I can't say the word without sounding like sex.
That's how it sounds.
Sect of vampire. There is the Camarilla, which I work for. There are the Sabbat, which well, you could call them the bad guys. That's up to you to decide when you know more about this. And there are the Anarchs. And besides that, there are many more other kinds of vampire that don't join either section, either of the three. I am what they call an Archon, vampire policeman.
So as an Archon, like your clan, or is an Archon a title, or like what?
Archon is a title. Archon is a title.
So what are you?
Is a title. I come from the clan of Gangrel.
Gangrel. Wow.
Yes.
Sounds unpleasant.
Oh, it's not unpleasant at all. In fact, you have some of my blood in you.
Wait. I didn't agree to that.
That's why you.
Is that where you put my coffee?
That's why you feel so well at this time.
Sneaky bastard! I knew I shouldn't have taken that coffee.
I think we should make some sort of check to see how the blood and the dominate and everything is affecting your mood and attitude towards this, because it is insidious. You know, the vampire blood is insidious, and it's going to corrupt your sense of self over time.
Right. Yeah. Well, the fact that we have potens running through my body, so I'm feeling especially randy. Right. But at the same time, yeah, with the dominance telling me that I can't do anything other than chill the fuck out. So I'm like, well, what do I do?
Right.
Do I brain or emotion, or do I run around screaming? Like, what's the correct action here? How about all of them at the same time?
Right.
That's a good one.
There
we go.
Yep.
I'm gonna run around the room. I'm gonna start tossing things around. Then I'm gonna calm down. And I'll toss a few more things around. Then I'll calm down.
And Vincent, being the trained old expert he is not surprised by any of this. He's just sitting watching.
Right.
Letting him get it out of his system.
Sir, Mr. Winter says, sir, should I bring the bucket?
Yes, I think you should, because it's about to happen.
I thought so.
They might already have a bucket in the corner. That's why I brought him to this particular room.
Right, okay. So there's a bucket in the corner, and Mr. Winters just kicks it over in your direction, Arthur.
You might feel sick.
Okay.
So it sort of slides across the floor, this metal bucket.
Yeah, I'm probably huffing and puffing by it at this point. You know, not a lot of cardio when you're this sick.
Right.
But yeah, let's do a little bit of self-control there and see if I lose my lunch.
Why don't you roll to find out if you remember that you have bugle in a little carrier.
I would assume somebody would have already pulled them out, but okay, yeah, it's a good idea.
He'll be running around the farm by now.
It's in your hands.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to be anyone else's.
So, C.S. Graham, I see what you said there about the Vitae as an upper, the dominate is the downer, the worst case, I think you mean to say. Heart can't figure out what to do, so it just stops. Not too far from it. However, the vampire Vitae that he's consumed from Vincent Meyer, which is, I think, 7th generation or 6th generation, I have to check actually. Vincent's one of Barry's oldest characters. When I'm talking old, we're talking like 20, 25 years old, maybe even 30 years old. And I say that out of game, not in game. So you're, Vincent, yeah, you're 7th gen.
Yeah.
7th gen. So the blood that you're consuming is very fucking potent, and so the chances of your heart failing very slim, if non-existent.
You know,
in that
mixed
respect.
with Edwan the Egyptian and
Adwan the Egyptian and a few other accidents that happen over time.
Yeah.
800 years is a lot of vampires you could diablerize. I mean a lot of
So yeah, to answer Mercy's question there, yes, I would have let him out. I rolled for that.
Right.
I botched my roll for self-control, so it's party time, and I'm doing the fucking pepper spray, pop, just puking everywhere.
Right.
Bucket be damned.
So he doesn't give a damn about the bucket. He's just he doesn't care.
It's a sprinkler system. I'm just going everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Mr. Winters looks at you, Vincent, and reaches into his pocket, takes out a syringe, and he looks at you questioningly, like.
Okay, Vincent zooms up, grabs him, says now. And it gets done.
He says, what? Oops. Ooh. He's a cat. Barry's a cat.
Damn shapeshifters.
There he is. Come back to me.
Vincent looks at Mr. Winter.
Yep.
And he waits for a thing to have at least a break in his breaking of furniture and so forth and so on.
Right.
And he grabs him quickly.
Yeah.
Using his potence.
Right. And celerity.
Right.
Woof.
And says to Mr. Winters now. The injection. He can do it now.
I see. So he hits them with the injection. Okay. All right. Well, it's a sedative, and it's going to put you to sleep. So when you wake up, I'm guessing it's a couple of hours later. You're lying down on a bunk. There's a pot of hot stew that you can smell being cooked in the kitchen from here.
Vincent will be there. Vincent will be there.
The thing is that at this point you're not dead. Nothing outside of the like reality hasn't been fully breached in any way. Like the walls haven't flown off into space or anything at this point. The only thing that's kind of really freaking you out is the information that you've just really learned about vampires and so on. You're not a vampire, so there's that so far. Yeah, so I guess you've had a chance to maybe put it into perspective and see at least, how bad is this? A little bit, anyway. I mean, it's still way outside your realm of, what you're
Vincent's
expecting.
sitting, on a chair, just watching.
Right. Merci.
Just gonna stare. Sorry, I'm just gonna finish. I'm just gonna stare at the ceiling, just trying to breathe. That's it.
Right, that sounds reasonable. Merci, you're at the other house.
What
are you doing?
I have got the robe on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear what he wore last night when we went for a walk.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have the blankets wrapped in my arm that look like Bugle. Because I obfuscated.
Bugle the
and I'm going to go for a walk to the cafe.
Bugle, the obfuscated dog construct, is in your arms as you walk to the nearest cafe. Was it a particular cafe or specific?
The same cafe we went to
last time.
Yeah.
Right. Details?
We met Ronnie there.
Right. Ronnie.
That was great.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, so you get to the cafe. You go in.
Okay. Yep. Just take a seat.
Yeah. Perception alertness check.
Okay, cool. Perception alertness.
Yep.
4.
4 successes. 4 successes. Okay, let me have a look at this. Well, you believe that there is a car across the road that you have seen more than once in the last 24 hours.
Okay, I will. I'm probably wearing a speaker thing.
Headset?
Headset, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Comms.
I'm gonna say comms. I'm gonna, as I try and say to Bugle, there's a guy, there's a car across the road that's been, that I've seen a couple of times. I think he's tracking me.
Right. Now, these comms are being relayed to whom?
We go to Mr. Winters, or his team.
Right, so it's going to Mr. Winter's team. Okay,
yeah.
Yep.
And
the team with her.
All right.
And thusly connect with Vincent.
Okay. All right, I'm going to say there's a fellow called Stefan Vico, who is the captain of this team.
Okay. I'm going to spend about approximately the same amount of time that I took with Arthur last night before I head back.
Okay.
So pretend to drink something.
What is your? How many blood points do you have right now? How much is in your blood pool? How fed are you?
Okay, I'm gonna have to deduce that after a few nights of not telling that. Okay, so should be 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for a walk.
All right, so you go for a walk. All right, well, nothing of any great consequence occurs.
Okay.
When you get back to the house, I'll get another perception awareness check.
Okay. 4. Has anything moved?
Looking around.
Remember, we've got cameras and everything else there as well.
Right. Looking around, the front door is unlocked and slightly ajar as you approach it.
Okay. I am going to I'm gonna try and find somewhere to obfuscate.
Merci, this is Stefan Vico here.
Yeah, it's Merci.
We've got the security cameras on the house right now. It looks like we've had some activity at the location.
Okay, you want to talk me through it?
Just stand by for a minute there. We're just checking back security footage. We have some kind of anomaly here.
Okay, instead of panicking me, just tell me what to expect.
We don't know what to expect. We haven't seen anything yet. What we've seen here is there's like flash frames happening across some of the screens here. Some of the cameras have been knocked out.
Oh. I think someone was looking for him. Interesting. I don't know if I should go in, though. Well, not like this. Tell Vincent what you're seeing.
Okay,
I'm gonna
I'll pass
explore
them on
a bit
now.
more.
All right. Stay in touch. I'll keep you online too.
Okay.
Switches channels. Vincent, your phone rings. So Vincent, you're in the middle of talking to Jesse, in fact, before your phone rings. Or Jesse is busy staring at the ceiling. In fact.
Arthur.
Sorry, Arthur, yes.
Well, Arthur, do you want to run?
Still staring up at the ceiling.
If you want to run, you can, but those that are hunting you will catch you, and I can't guarantee that I can find you to save you.
I'm gonna get that.
Mr. Meyer. Actually, that's not him. It's Stefan's voice. Stefan, Vincent, this is Stefan here. From the team at the house. We have a situation, some sort of event is occurring, perhaps now. I think some of the cameras have been knocked out. There's been flash frames across some of the camera. Yes. What do you want us to do? Merci is, by the way, outside. She hasn't gone in, but she has. She's still in her guise, I think. If you're talking,
muted.
would you like to utilize your bonus action to unmute your microphone?
Yes, I would. Tell her the decision is up to her. They could be using celerity. So if they're using celerity, slow down the frame.
I see. We'll try that now. Okay, checking through this now. I've got one image here, one frame that looks a bit like maybe somebody's face. Moving through the frame, it's kind of broken up across the different fields of the frame. It's very blurry, time-lapsey kind of look. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
I can make out a little bit of the face here. Do you want me to send you a screenshot of this?
Yes, please. Right now.
All right, so that's what he's going to do. It's going to take a minute because this is 2000 and something. 2000 exactly, in fact. Right? Okay, so Arthur, you're witnessing, overhearing this conversation.
Yeah, so while you're still having the conversation, I was kind of look back at the ceiling, look down at my body, like, okay, am I still wearing the tack gear?
Are you still wearing the tack gear? Barry, is he still wearing the tack gear?
No, he doesn't need it here.
But I'm still clothed, yes?
You are still clothed. Yeah.
Okay.
You are clothed.
Excellent, excellent.
It's something more comfortable than that chair.
So I'm gonna extricate myself from the bed, sit there. Did you mind if I go get some of that stew?
I can get you some if you like, says Mr. Winters.
No. I'd rather walk around. I need to stretch my legs and feeling a little, whatever it is that you hit it with me. I'm all fuzzy-headed. Probably some sort of sedative.
Winters moves out ahead of you so that he can keep an eye on you in the next room.
Okay.
And watches you as you come in to serve yourself some stew. It's very good. It's very hearty. It's filling.
Good.
And boy, you feel...
Don't worry about it, Mr. Gorilla. I'm not going anywhere.
You're feeling quite strong.
Still feeling strong because the potency is still in the body.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I test out the strength a bit, squeeze a few things, tap my fist against what I presume is like brick and mortar.
Right. What is your normal strength stat for your character? 2. Okay. So normally he'd have a sort of 50% chance of getting a success on something. Now he seems to be able to do most of the things that he would be able to try to do and more. So, yeah.
I just keep punching at the mortar, then spooning some stew. Punching a little harder.
Right, you're knocking bits of mortar off the wall.
Vincent comes out. Please, this is an ancient house. Try not to break it.
Hey, I'm just testing out what you gave me.
There's a gem in the shed.
Alright, well, I'm going to finish up the stew, but I go and put a few rounds into the old bag.
Alright, so you're trying out a punching bag, yeah? In the gym, okay. Well, I think you can be confirmed to say that you beat the shit out of it. That's fair. There's dust flying off it as you hit it, and it's the most satisfying punches you've ever laid in your life, real satisfaction coming from these smacks. It's kind of addictive.
I go until I'm exhausted, until I can't throw another punch.
Alright. I'll give you 2 experience points towards we'll make it
fisting.
That's terrible. We can
That's
make
what
it.
he was doing.
You can put it to strength, or you can put it to brawl. I'm going to ignore those comments. This is a family show. Wait a minute. This is not a family show. This is Vampire the Masquerade, and we're coming at you.
All right. So I have brawl.
You have
awesome.
Brawl. Charlie, oh no, I was going to ask why do I not see you in Roll20, but then I realized I'm looking at the wrong Roll20, so that explains that. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right, so Charlie, you are presently back at the house, standing nearby, waiting.
Yep. I'm gonna obfuscate, I'm gonna disappear and look around in the windows.
All right.
That I can.
All right.
Because I didn't open any or anything.
So as far as you're concerned, you're fucking invisible, and you walk across the lawn to the window, and you peer in the window. Can you make a perception alertness check for me, please?
Okay. 5.
5. Well, in the reflection of the window, you realize there's somebody standing right behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna duck.
All right, you duck and
then I'm going to I guess I'm gonna spin around while ducking. And then I'm gonna grab a knife and just slice at whatever, the shins of whatever's behind me.
All right. Your blade is caught by a pallid, marble-like hand that grips it. As your blade comes flying past, your wrist is just snatched, and you find yourself looking at a frozen statuoid image of Remus.
Remy.
You find your wrist crushed.
Oh, it's ow, ow, ow. Could you let go of me, please? Come on. Stop that. Good, thank you. Are you okay? You look, ow. I try and heal myself up.
The stone, the flesh of marble begins to sort of drain out of his visage, and a little color restores to him, and almost like a blush of life, you might say. And he looks up at you and he says, "Merci Adams."
Why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yet you never leave Rome, right?
Some might ask you the same question. Why are you here?
Oh, I see. Is this some sibling rivalry, I see?
Sibling rivalry.
You two are adorable.
Well, I see it that way, but I'm not sure that my brother does.
Ah.
And it's so
Probably
much
not.
fun to press his buttons.
Hey, look, we haven't really had the chance to go back to him and tell him what you told us to say to him.
Oh.
That I don't know, I can't remember what you told him to be honest.
Well, I was wondering that very fact because
something about a chariot.
I was wondering that very fact because I did follow you here.
Oh.
And this is what I discovered. You are assessing someone for the Order of Mars.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Is that an issue?
Oh, an issue.
Yeah, I mean, we do this all the time. I'm sure you do the same.
It's fascinating to watch.
Well, do you want to come inside? I'm sure you already were inside.
Begins walking around towards where the door was.
Okay, and I'm gonna shift out of the game. If a person catches you obfuscated, do you just not be obfuscated anymore? But you're obfuscated to other people still?
Yeah, you'd be obfuscated to other people still.
Okay, well in that case I'll just drop it.
I mean, to be fair, you've been talking, but I suppose at a distance no one would know. They'd have to be able to be within earshot of that conversation. Yeah, okay, so yeah, basically still obfuscated, you head inside the house.
Sure.
So now Arthur's got two vampires that he's barely comprehended inside his house while he's absent. That's nice.
Sweet.
I'm not feeling too violated there, Jesse.
I'm not gonna look like him anymore.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna be Merci.
Did you look like
casual
him
wear
when I just found you?
I was obfuscated. Can you do both of them at the same time?
I think if you're obfuscated, then yeah, you probably look like yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go inside, and he looks around as he walks through the house, looking at things, touching things, picking little things up, taking in spirit's touch flashes of memories and articles of life that he's learning about your mark, so to speak.
Right.
And so what do you intend to do with this one? He doesn't seem very skilled or useful. He's not the usual sort that I tend to observe my dear brother selecting for.
I mean, he selected me. This guy's a deadbeat, so am I.
You're not.
He's from Chicago. Oh, no, he's from here, and then went to Chicago, picked up the same stupid accent that I have. But we don't say we have an accent because we don't.
Of course.
we really don't, though. Yeah, he and I are very similar.
And when do you intend to deliver my message to Mardon? Because, I admitted you to my court in Rome.
That's true.
And I feel that perhaps such an important message should be passed on before well, dallying about with these...
Merci doesn't know, but Vincent did pass it on.
Vincent did pass it on? Okay, fair enough.
That's true.
He doesn't know.
Right.
Just 1 sec.
Drink that.
Sorry, I am. I get a little bit choky. So, I mean, chances are I can do it right now if you want. He doesn't have a cell phone, so I'm gonna have to go over there. But I'll do it now.
As you will, Merci Adams. I am not your commander.
Oh, by the way, could you please say hi to Lavinia for me?
You like Lavinia?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna get along so well.
Good.
I'm really looking forward to, I don't know, maybe playing some chess together.
Lavinia is good at chess.
What else could we do? Shopping. I like shopping.
I don't suppose Lavinia will enjoy that so much.
Well, true. But we could try. Maybe we'll find something.
You'll find that if you're looking to connect with Lavinia, Cleopatra, Diomedes on any level, perhaps the one that you will find most easily relatable for you and her together might be hunting.
Oh, okay. Okay, we could do that sometime.
Why don't you all come back to Rome and we can hunt together as a pack?
Well, we'll have to see how it goes.
Yes. I shouldn't like to offend your master.
Yeah. I don't know. Would it offend him? He seems pretty down to earth to me.
I think he's a pretentious, self-centered, arrogant fuck. But that's just me.
Well, of course it's like, you know, you've got like thousands of years of like knowing this guy, your brother, where I don't. I've only got like, I don't know, like less than a year.
You should then take it from me.
Or, this is what I do under normal circumstances anyway, is I make up my own mind about a person.
I see.
So if your brother was to say anything about you, I would make that decision about what I think of you.
Well, good to know that you are completely immune from the mind control powers of the Methuselahs. He winks at you. Places to go, things to do. I'll see you again in time, Merci Adams. I look forward to it.
Good night.
And he turns and disappears into the shadows. Meanwhile, back at the other location, how am I going to get you fucking people all in the same place at the same time? Like, what is your plan here? Like,
so,
you intentionally being difficult, splitting the party like this?
Did that help? Did that help at all?
Did what help?
Did hitting the bag help?
Well, he'd be probably still sitting outside the barn where the punching bag was. And as I said, I was punching until I couldn't punch no more. So I'd be like sitting on the stoop, drinking a glass of water or something. That was absolutely amazing. Like I don't know what to say. I mean, I haven't felt this great in years.
I can give you a drink tomorrow and you'll feel even better.
Well, more special coffee. All right, I like that. As long as it keeps me healthy and keeps that, the seizures at bay.
So, what are you thinking? What's on your mind?
Right now, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, what's next? We're gonna stay. How long are we gonna stay here for? Like, what are we doing?
Well, I have people to get in contact with, and they will tell me what to do next.
Fair enough. Yeah, you work for other people. Yeah, I get it. But for how long? Like, what are we doing?
It won't take long. In fact, I've got 2 phone calls to make. One to my associate and one to the people I work with. Merci, you get a phone call.
I answer the phone. Hello? It's Merci.
It's me.
It's Merci.
So how's it going there?
Yeah, just had a run-in with Remus. So...
Oh, did you say Remus?
Yeah, it's fine.
What is he doing here?
He was just following us. It's fine. It's fine.
Is he bored?
I don't know. Hey, look, if you want to have a chat to him, you have a chat to him.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm thinking that we go back to Milan. Or Milan. However, I don't want him to be followed.
Why don't we give him a lift?
What?
Why don't we give him a lift? We're going the same way.
No, just ignore Remus. Come on. No, I want you to take Arthur back to the mountain. To Milan, right?
Yes,
and I'm gonna go there my own way. On a different flight, so that I don't get tailed. I mean, so that if I do get tailed, it doesn't reach Arthur. Holy cow. I am so sorry, Vincent.
Why are you sorry? Why are you sorry?
I'm all over the place tonight.
That's all right.
You know what? You know why that is?
Why?
Because I haven't had Master Blood in a while. And I'm getting a little bit antsy, okay?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We should get you home then, shouldn't we?
Yes, please. I'm getting grumpy.
Yes, all right. I see your problem. All right. I'll get right to it, shall I?
Okay, 2 flights.
Oh, if you see Remus,
Okay.
do tell him all he requested has been done.
Could you cover that again, please?
All he requested from me last time I saw him has been done.
Okay, I say, pretending like I remember what he's talking about.
Word for word.
I got it. I got you.
Nah, good.
All right.
Which means you don't got me. Do you want me to be more precise?
Now I got you.
Oh, good. All right. We'll do it that way then.
All right.
All right.
Just to fuck with the DM a little more.
Right. I'm gonna
2 separate flights.
ring up Gustav. First I'll go and talk to Arthur because we're making decisions without. Would you like to see your bloodline?
Cuz.
All right. Then,
I mean, if I have a moment to be able to find somebody who gave me this fucking cast, then you know what? I'll take it. I got some new skills.
Once you've got this curse in you, so to speak, you're going to feel like a new man. Oh, by the way, this is my retainer / ghoul, Mr. Winters. If you need anything...
He's a zombie?
No.
I'm most certainly not a zombie, sir. So thank you for asking.
But he said you were a ghoul.
That's a colloquial term these vampires like to banter around. It's pretty derogatory if you ask me. Looks at you, Vincent. I think it should be changed to something a little bit more politically correct, but these vampires, they like to have their way. So, ghoul it is.
I prefer retainer.
There you go, retainer, yes. We're on the retainer, we have retainers, we are the retainers.
But if you need anything, he'll be at your service.
It's a nice word for blood servant, basically.
Mr. Winters.
Oh, he's a ghoul. How is he a ghoul?
Look, a ghoul in this case, don't mind it. It just means that what you've done is you've drank the blood of a vampire more than once now, and you been augmented. You're basically immortal as long as he feeds you blood.
So, follow-up question then. Am I a ghoul?
Aye. And as long as you're a ghoul, you cannot die.
Well, that's a bonus.
Well, almost. You can get killed, but you cannot die of natural causes.
Pardon?
You can't die of natural causes as long as Vincent here feeds you his blood. At least once a month.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, I think I've got a couple of doses in me now.
Yeah, well, if you keep in mind that if you lapse over the years, you'll find all of those age ages up very quickly, all very rapidly, all of a sudden. You could be dead like that. So you want to keep an eye on it.
You have a helicopter.
I heard something about a helicopter, then Barry turned into a cat.
Can we get a helicopter in and just get to the airport and get in a plane and go?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Winters. Make the arrangements.
He does. Very well.
You'll need more than one, because I want one to go east, one to go west, one to go... You know what I mean.
Right. Mr. Winters says to you, sir, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we have a helicopter coming. The bad news is we do not have the budget for a second chopper or any other choppers right now because Gustavius has requisitioned them for an operation that he is conducting presently in the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, well, we can't argue with that, can we?
Afraid not,
You
sir.
see, we have the same troubles as any other human does.
Well, you know, yes. Apart from the part where we have to find food and water to survive and, you know, we are being oppressed by... Anyway, don't get into that.
I don't know if it'll actually help anything, but my family's actually quite well off. It makes me quite well off.
Mr. Winters turns.
Rent the plane.
Oh, I already have a plane. We're using the helicopter to get to a plane to get there. So that's not a problem. I just wanted more to throw our enemies off the track.
Out of game, Jesse, how many points do you think you would be putting into backgrounds, into resources and things?
Let's see, what did I put in? I put in 4 for resources.
4, so he's very well off.
Yeah.
He's not Elon Musk well off, but he's very well off. Okay. What does he own? What assets does he own?
He owns a lab in London. Okay. He runs he's actually a member of the charter board in Chicago. He's probably lapsed by now, but he did have a home out there. His family assets, he still has access to.
Since taking note of that Chicago connection.
Now, I'm just going to say on the side here, I'm watching the viewer numbers right now. There are 10 people watching the channel. I know I'm one of them, but that's not the point. My point is, I'm just checking up that you guys are all paid up. No, I'm kidding. You know, we want followers. Click the follow button. If you're not following us, but you're watching us, I mean, that's a bit mean, isn't it? Come on, I wouldn't do that to you.
We do it all and get it going.
All right, off you go. So, where are you now, Charlie?
Well, I was at Arthur's home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get one of his suitcases.
Okay.
Do you have a suitcase?
Forget you have a team, Charlie.
Do you?
Does
I
he
have a suitcase?
Do you have a
Yes.
suitcase in your
Yes.
house left over, lying around?
Well,
Very
I'm
good.
just gonna look around for some things that I think have significance. Because he was saying, "Oh, my books, my precious books, they're worth a bajillion dollars."
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Would you
just-
like to make a wits and occult check, Charlie, to see whether or not
Sure.
you can choose the books from his library that you think he would most be interested in having?
I hope I fail.
You can choose to fail.
I hope I fail. I got a -1.
Okay. So let me see. So instead of books about the occult, you found a book about a cult.
That looks right.
Okay.
Get some cookbooks.
Some cookbooks. Right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you pretty much get the very wrong mix of books.
I think this looks right.
She doesn't know that Mr. Winters will be arranging all that, because I talked to him before about it.
Right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to plan my route back to Milan.
All right, very good. You plan your route back to Milan, and we shall say that it is executed.
Excellent.
In short order, then, the helicopter arrives and picks you guys up. You are flown to the nearest airport and put on a plane. For some reason, Vincent doesn't go on the plane. Well, maybe he does because it might be a night flight. Yeah, fair enough. Where are you flying to? Milan, yeah? Is that where everybody is converging? All right, so you all fly into Milan, and it's late that night. It's like 3 a.m. You guys are at the apartments in Milan. Not the mountain, but the apartments.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works.
And you get thrown together in a single room, a single apartment for one reason or another. And you head in.
I will try and find them. I mean, I came separately, so I don't know if we would have... I think we would meet up here.
All right.
Right, so... anyway, I'm knocking on the door.
All right, so Barry...
Knock, knock, knock.
My God, can a man shave or can he not? Oh. Mr. Winters!
Sir, I'll open it, sir.
Good, good. I'm most happy that you will. See what is...
Good evening, Merci. Why don't you come
Hi.
inside?
Thank you, thank you. I lug in this, like, big...
Suitcase.
Suitcase of books, which would be so heavy.
Yeah. Have you been pumping blood just to be able to carry it?
I would have dominated pretty much everyone I saw.
I thought you were going to say you dominated the suitcase.
No. I would have dominated everyone I saw up until this point.
To carry it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're using... Okay.
At this moment, I'm just putting it through the door.
All right.
Yeah.
And Jesse, Arthur will probably notice that it's his suitcase.
Arthur.
And it's Merci, not me.
This time it is Merci. Now, have you actually met Merci without the thing? Has he seen you?
Yes, he has. Right. He has.
Yeah.
Cool.
You've seen Merci.
How have you forgotten all this?
I don't know.
Too much.
Too many games.
Merci.
That's the one. So I brought you your books.
Ah, that's it. Okay, let me take a look.
Okay, there you go.
And I saw potent, so it's probably going to be quite light.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, I mean, it was pretty obvious, right? You know, I'm a vampire, and yeah, fun.
I'm starting to understand. Like it's a bit of a thing going on here. It's a theme.
Yeah.
He is a vampire. You're a vampire.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
by the way.
Ghoul.
By the way, probably a good thing that I made you forget about it. You murdered someone.
Nah, I don't murder people.
Think about it.
But that would explain the gun. Because I did actually, it was actually missing a bullet, and I was a smell of cordite when I walked in that evening. That would explain it. That would explain it. Shit.
No.
At least you don't remember it, right?
No, but
You're there, Vincent.
now I know I'm capable of it.
Oh yeah, everyone's capable of it. I mean, chances are you're going to become a vampire soon. That means you're instantly a murderer.
Pardon?
You're going to be a serial killer. Vampires are serial killers. Have fun. You'll love it.
I didn't sign up for that.
Oh, by the way, I also brought you this, right? And I'll give you a set of knives.
A set of knives. His very own Merci steak knife collection.
Yep.
Are they Hello Kitty themed or?
No. Just like
black.
Amazing chef knives.
Okay, chef knives. Okay.
Only the best.
They're like thousands of dollars worth of chef knives.
Yeah,
wow.
but I didn't pay for them.
So there's a sharpener and everything in there.
Vincent comes out of his bathroom.
Is he steaming from the shower?
Yeah. He's
just out of game.
Is he wearing a towel?
Does Mr. Winters come after you or what?
No.
You were talking about
He
shaving.
just opened the door. He opened the door, remember?
Yeah, but you were talking to him while you were shaving.
I need to announce that I'm going to go and grab myself some snacks.
Anyway, right. What I do is Vincent looks at the both of you and says, "Oh my God." Okay.
How are the books, by the way?
Yeah, he's shuffling through them, and it's like, hey, these are not even the books, not even close. Not even close. Vincent, you said that the Winners guy is gonna be packing up my stuff, yeah?
That's right. Everything. Everything.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got some reading material, so.
Yeah,
yay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I brought some. Yeah, I thought all of that was important. Why do you keep non-important stuff?
Because I might want to go back and reference it sometimes. I've already read them, but hey, I might want to read them again.
Okay. It just seems pointless.
I mean, you know, just because I'm eidetic memory doesn't mean that I don't like reading still.
You have an eidetic memory?
Yeah.
No, you should meet somebody I know. He's got one too.
Does everyone get given an eidetic memory in your damn family?
No, just me, as far as I know.
Oh, that's right. You'll be related. Just figure that out. Yes.
Oh, right. The guy you're talking about, or this bloodline.
Yeah. Yes, the bloodline thing.
You're talking about Philippe, right?
Yeah.
Vincent? Right.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Right. That guy is like super hot. I can't believe you came from, that. I mean, I can't believe you two
All right, it's like I'm not gonna take offense to that. I mean, I know I'm not Brad Pitt or nothing, but
no, I am. They say I look more like Brad Pitt, but I've never even watched his movies.
Yeah. But he does have an appearance of 3, but a charisma of 1. So
Mr. Winters thinks I should watch the movies. I might learn something. Yes. Anyway,
which movies?
Brad Pitt's movies.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented individual. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I swung that way, I mean, maybe, but
really? Okay. All right, that's more than I needed to know. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, I don't know what they're going to do yet. I haven't been told, but make yourself comfortable here. And why isn't he in his own apartment, Mr. Winters? I'll ask him when I see him. You might need another drink, my friend.
Wait. You're giving him drinks?
Yes.
Why?
Well,
my special coffees.
I'm helping his illness until the official person can come along.
Well, it just seems like you're blood bonding him.
It does, doesn't it? I've been told that I can do so if it's going to persuade, going to help him.
No, I'm pretty sure. What we were told is if it's gonna help him, ghoul him.
It should hold with what I've already done, I think. So can you hold until
How about this? And I'm gonna bite my wrist and shove it in your face.
No! He'll stop you. He'll stop you.
No.
Malkav,
go away.
No.
Here, take it.
He's got more. He'll
drink
use his power to move you. Then he'll lift you and move you like.
At a game with whose dice?
I've got more potence than you've got. All right. He'll say no, you can't, because your blood may not help him in the way we want, if you know what I mean.
No,
You've got the blood of Malkav, my dear.
I mean, yeah, but like that's not even an issue, you know.
Oh, well,
So
I don't
don't
want you
even
to have
worry
to.
about it.
I don't want you to have to get in trouble with the powers that be.
It's fine.
So-
It'll disappear.
I got a question. I mean, this is great banter and all, but I'm not learning anything. I mean, we've got Mr. Gangrene over there, and then we've
Gangrene.
got Malk.
Gangrel.
I like
Ow.
Growl.
I like gangrene.
Pardon.
You would, my dear.
Gangrel.
I like gangrene though.
And Merci is from the clan of Malkavian.
Yeah.
They are slightly, shall we say, interesting of mind.
Hey, calm down. Couldn't you like?
I mean,
Okay,
the word Malkavian or Malkav. I mean, are you crazy?
No.
No.
What?
The way I see it is that we are creatives in a different way. Yeah, we're more in touch with our true selves. While everyone else is lying about their true selves, I'm honest about who I am.
And that's her vision. Ask another Malkav and you'll get another vision.
I'm gonna go up to Arthur and be like, trust me, everyone in the vampire world is fucking nuts. But I'm the only one. Malkavians are the only ones that are true to it.
And you can trust that. Yes.
We will say that we are who we are. Whereas everyone else is just gonna lie about it. You'll see people who are high on their own power trip. You know, the narcissists. You know, like the CEO Ventru elitist. Everyone's insane. Everyone.
Everybody's insane but you. Is that what you're telling me?
No, we're insane. Everyone is insane, but they don't tell you that they're insane. The Toreadors, the pomp and pretty ones, they won't tell you that they're insane because that will tarnish their perfect little lifestyle. But truth
I'm gonna
is,
have to start writing this shit down. Toreador.
Toreador.
Toreador. All right. Okay.
They are artists, models, all sorts of things.
The truth is, if you were to insult them in any way, they'd snap. That's them. They're fucked.
There's so many fucking rules.
Oh yes, yeah. You're just beginning to know things. Oh.
Have you told them about the traditions, sir?
The traditions are boring. Ignore them. So the
that is why Merci has some of the trouble she has with elders.
The Bruja, they have anger issues.
Bruja, yeah. Are we talking about the?
They're another clan.
Isn't it pronounced Bruja?
It depends on where you're from, and I keep hearing that people say Bruja, so yeah, it is Bruja. But you know, the older people say Bruja for some stupid reason.
Because I mean, these are like normal, like human, like words. Like I was expecting like some sort of alien names for these clans, but it's just normal words.
What alien names for clans? Aren't Bruja and that enough?
Oh yeah.
Alien?
So the Gangrel, right? They're so delusional in the way that they believe that they're animals, and that becomes true. So. Are you okay? Are you okay there? Would you like a cough lolly?
He smiles at her and goes, "No."
Okay. So the Nosferatu, they're so hideous that they can't stand to come out of the darkness.
That's spelled and Vincent spells.
So like the film Nosferatu,
like
the German film.
Yeah, exactly.
Was that a vampire?
Probably.
Was that a vampire playing a vampire?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That puts a whole new spin on that.
So there's a new hashtag in the comments, right? From
BD&D.
BD&D, that's how you say that? Okay, oh, that's
BD&D
right. That's the name of the
games.
game company that you're working for now, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you are,
No mercy. Nice.
Okay, there's definitely ones I missed, right?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. There are untold other members that you'll get to eventually.
I'm pretty sure I forgot some.
I'm pretty sure you have too, but that's...
Oh yeah, the bad are like crazy though. Like the Zimitsi, they like stitch up body parts of people and then they create one other being. And they call us the insane ones?
I mean, I did a little bit of cutting and stitching in medical school, but nothing like that. I mean, and all those zombies.
You'd make a great Zimitsi. Have you thought about it? Have you?
I haven't had a chance to think about much at all.
Oh.
Let alone these clans that you guys are talking about. That I still no idea.
And
I'm making notes.
There is a buzz at the door.
I'm still thinking about what and I forgot.
I'll go and answer the door myself.
All right. When you get
because I want to get away from this conversation.
Fair enough.
I forgot.
All right.
When you get to the door, you find Benjamin is standing at the door in a suit. He has a briefcase at his side. He takes off his glasses and looks at you. Mr. Meyer, it's been a little while, hasn't it?
Excellent to see you, Benjamin. Is your...
Domitor nearby? Yeah. Yes, he is. He will be with us shortly, I imagine. But he wished to send me forward to make some preliminary checks and arrangements. Is that
okay?
Well, with you, sir?
All right.
Come in then, sir.
Yes. Then come in.
Steps in and close the door behind him.
And then
this is Benjamin.
Hi, Benjamin.
Arthur?
Then there's that Tremere. Then there's a Tremere. They're the fancy wizards. They're like, with the wizards. Wizards are wizards, right? So whatever. Anyway, sorry.
Arthur.
Hi.
Benjamin looks over at you, Arthur. He's wearing this tweed suit. He looks like a public servant or something, this guy. And he looks over at you and he says, I see you're being indoctrinated already. Well done. How's that going?
I'm making notes.
Making notes. Good, good. Excellent.
And
honestly,
what is your connection to this circus we got going here?
Ah, well, my name is Benjamin Smith. That is Benjamin Smith with an E. I, like yourself, am what these fellows, ladies and gentlemen, vampires, etc., would refer to as a ghoul.
Retainer.
Or retainer, yes. Ghoul or retainer. And so thusly I believe I am somewhat like yourself in this situation. My domitor, that is the word for the one who gives me my vitae, or blood, is one Uther de Saint Bernard. He is of the clan Gangrel, like your new companion here, Mr. Meyer. However, you will find that my domitor, unlike Mr. Meyer, has something of a different set of interests. So they are very unlike each other, despite their similarity of age, clan, and other deciding factors, perhaps. In any case, it is a pleasure to meet you, Mr.
Crane. Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr.
Crane with an E.
Of course it's with an E. How else do you spell crane, he says to you, looking at you, Merci.
Otherwise it'd be Cran.
C-R-A-I-N. C-R-A-I-N. C-R...
I think that's crayon you're trying
A-Y-N?
to spell there, Merci. I think it's crayon.
Crayon. Right. So, are we gonna go see the master? I really need some blood, because...
You need blood?
Yeah, well, some of his stuff would be kind of nice. Getting a little bit foggy.
I see. Don't let him catch you speaking of his vitae so irreverently.
Why not? he should know this is the kind of person I am, and we're all accepting of each other through the flaws and everything, you know?
Benjamin smiles at you kindly, and he says, perhaps we should all know that he is an inflexible and ancient Methuselah who is unlikely to make any changes on our behalf and could more easily just dominate us all into subservience if we're not careful. I'm just mentioning that.
Should I be making notes on this as well?
Benjamin turns to you. Perhaps
actually,
you wouldn't want to be caught with such notes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to destroy those. And not with fire either, because fire is not very good for us.
But you do have an eidetic mind, so I imagine you're going to remember them rather well.
Yeah, I'll remember. It's just fine. This is mostly for... It was for show. It was a gag, a lark, you know. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? I'm making notes, making a novel. All the information is coming at me hard and fast, right? So,
well, maybe at some stage you can meet your other ancestor who also has an eidetic mind.
Alright, I haven't met another one.
Are you speaking of Philippe Gratiano, sir?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, he is a lot like you, or at least he has similar human... I suppose he's not really like you at all, now that I think about it. Besides the fact that you're vaguely related to the Master by blood, I suppose, and you might discover that you have some other common interests. Who knows? I suppose we will see.
Hey, do you think that the Master is proud that we managed to get him out of there, and you know there's no, like, you know, no bombs going off or anything, no hassles? Uh-oh. Actually, I've just cursed myself, haven't I? Oh.
What do you mean?
Classic. Oh, well, I'm just so used to, you know, trying to go somewhere and then having something get fired at you.
Go terribly wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Well, the thing I find, and I'm not a vampire, and I haven't spent... well, I have spent many years around vampires, and the thing that I find personally, he says, looking at you, Arthur, is that there will be great periods of time with very little will happen, and then all of a sudden it'll be all on for a few seconds to a few hours to a few months, or even weeks of crisis can occur. And then it will settle down again, and years may pass with nothing. But we'll see.
So what do you do in all that time? Like, you got a lot of downtime is what I'm thinking.
Well, personally, I study, and I have many tasks that I must fulfill for the Order. He turns to you, Merci. I suppose you've not mentioned the Order.
I don't think I did. I'm not the one that talked to him about all this.
No, I told him it was an ancient bloodline.
I don't know, it seems I might have let the cat out of the bag then, I'm afraid. You can blame me for that, Vincent. Don't mind. I'm sure I can, I'll be able to take the repercussions of that minor faux pas.
Oh, this is gonna give you a right good spanking.
One can hope. Well, if there's anything that you need, or if you're interested in any assistance, what have you, do give me a
Weren't you
call.
here to do something?
I was here to inform you that Uther was on his way shortly. Benjamin also takes a card out of his pocket. It has his name embossed in gold letters. And it says that he's apparently a bookseller. And he gives you the card. It's got a phone number and an email address on it. It's a cell phone number.
Well, thank you. Maybe while we're waiting,
I wasn't
someone
giving
could...
it to you. I was giving it to him.
I didn't take it from you. I'm just saying thank you.
Right.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, well.
However, the faster you leave here, the faster Vincent will be able to teach me celerity.
I see where your priorities are around here.
I'm just going to shut him out the door.
All right, Benjamin shoves out the door, and you hear him muttering as the door closes.
It's time.
Time? Time for what?
Young lady, we need more room.
Well, let's find more room.
You could conceivably suddenly go very fast and go right through the wall because you don't know how to stop.
Okay. After I put on a jacket, we're going to the car park. The carport. The
parking lot.
Parking lot.
The down.
Sorry, I'm a Kiwi, okay?
The covered area.
Right,
the covered area below this building. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I got that.
Do you want to come down?
I'm coming. Yeah.
Yeah. This way. Both of you.
Let's go.
All right. So you get down to the parking lot. Very good. There are cars in the parking lot.
All right.
Oddly enough.
Over here.
All right.
Now,
Merci is wearing her casual gear. She's just wearing casual. Yeah.
Listen to what I tell you.
Okay, right?
Think of your blood.
Yep.
Think of your blood going fast through your body.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me some a little moment, okay?
A little moment.
I'm going to try and do that. Close my eyes and just trying to speed up my blood, I suppose.
All right.
Yep.
Now, focus your mind on going to the end of this car park and stopping right by the wall. Now, you're going to start, your blood is going to get faster and faster and faster. And when you feel it coming to a point, move.
So presently in the car park, the longest distance across here is to the entranceway at the far end, where the doors have shut down and sealed in front of the carport.
Yep.
So that's the longest distance. Is that the direction that you're going to?
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
Sure,
I'd like her to be in the field, but we haven't got a field.
You don't
All
have
right.
to. Do you have perception alertness checks from everybody, please?
Okay. I mean, my eyes are closed, so I'm gonna pass on that. Can't rely on my smell. I guess I could ears potentially.
You
yeah.
could hear something.
Okay, one success. That seems pretty accurate.
One success. Yeah. You can smell ozone in the air.
What does it smell like? What?
What does it smell like? It smells like electricity.
Oh.
Vincent Meyer, I'm going to make you a perception check. Bink, you're a perception check. Did you see what I did there? I made you a perception check.
This is going to half our viewership.
You can't get half of 0. What are you talking about? Vincent, you have 3 successes. Vincent, you can hear the weather outside is like a storm going on. What did you get there, Arthur?
4.
4 successes. All right, and I'll just hold that for a second. Merci, what are you doing?
I'm closing my eyes and trying to speed up my blood.
Speed up your blood. Okay. Can you make a wits and occult check, please?
Okay. Where are you? 2.
2 successes. All right. You feel your blood speed up in a spurt of a burst of speed, a burst of alacrity as the blood passes through your body, almost singing out to instigate the movement itself. Do you move?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. And so when you basically what happens is you flash across the car park, race across the car park, splashing these trails of water up in the air behind you as you across the puddles. when you get to the end, you'll notice that actually the electricity that you've been smelling is beginning to emanate from down the walls. And as you come to a full stop, you find yourself standing in front of Uther. And you can make a dexterity and dex and dodge check to see if you bump into him.
Okay. Just one.
One success. Okay. Let's see if he bumps into you. It looks like a success too. Okay, so you narrowly avoid one another. And he turns to you. Merci Adams, what on earth are you doing?
I'm learning celerity.
An interesting choice of place and time.
My fault, Uther.
It took him forever to teach me. This is the only breather we had.
Took him forever to the irony here is abundant. He begins to walk across the car park, splashing water as he does in your direction as a group. So what you're seeing now, Arthur, is this elderly gentleman. He looks a bit like... What is
Malcolm McDowell?
Malcolm McDowell. Looks like Malcolm McDowell, basically, in a robe. He's not wearing modern clothes at all.
I lean over before he gets to Arthur and whisper in his ear, if you want to learn about the cult, this guy is the one to learn from.
I'm down for learning.
Uther steps over to you and he kind of observes you for a moment, Arthur. So, you must be Arthur... Out again, what is your last name?
Crane.
Crane, Arthur Crane. Crane. So you must be Arthur Crane.
I suppose I must be.
And I am Uther de Saint Bernard. And it is... sorry, I couldn't get to the mute button quite in time. I am Uther de Saint Bernard, at your service. You perhaps have met my retainer, Benjamin Smith?
Yeah. Earlier this evening, he came by and he introduced himself.
You have found yourself in a very interesting situation, Mr. Crane. It seems that you have been brought to the attention of a very ancient and powerful vampire. One even older and more powerful than ourselves. Our master is one who calls himself Mardon. It is the ancient tongue for son of Mars. This vampire seeks to meet with you at his home, shall we say. He has gone to great trouble to procure your interest in this meeting. He has all of us dancing on strings to find you and bring you here.
And it was only me that did it. I brought you to him. Only me, not Vincent.
Merci, go and run around the cars for a while, will you?
Oh, no.
And you forgive me, I still don't understand what the hell's going on. I mean, the shit that's happened in the past 3 days, with the vampires and ghouls and retainers and blood, and I have no clue what's going on, like none whatsoever. And so you're telling me that I gotta go meet this guy? I don't know who this guy is from Adam. Like, who the hell is he? What is it? What relation does he have to me?
His relation to you is that some 4,000 years past, his human shell produced offspring that became a lineage that you are descended from.
So I have this guy to be thankful for my blood disease, my autoimmune.
I can't speak to that. I would be surprised if you have any blood diseases at this point, having consumed the blood of Cain.
Well, and that's what people keep telling me, is that I should be cured. I should be like, and hey, don't get me wrong, I'm feeling great.
Do you feel
Feeling
any
great.
effects of your illness? Do they continue?
I can't say that I have, but
Perhaps
I find it hard to believe that just taking a couple of doses of his blood over here, I mean, like that I'm suddenly cured. I just don't believe it.
Well, you don't need to believe it. Uther steps closer to you, and as he does, looking you in the eyes, he says, actually, he doesn't say anything. Can you make a perception alertness check, please?
Whom? Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you indeed.
2.
2 successes. Okay, so in that moment, you feel the sensation of something entering into your mind, like somebody rifling through the drawers of your library of memories in your brain. You feel like all of your memories are being popped open and peeked into and shuffled around and glanced at. It's for a moment, it's very unsettling.
Just like everything else so far.
Yeah, just like everything else so far. So no great change to your current state of mind, I suppose. However, Vincent shows you an image, not Vincent, I'm so sorry. Uther shows you an image in his mind, through your mind directly, using telepathy basically, of a figure, an image of a person who has similar certain physical traits to you, the facial features, the nose, the color of the eyes, similar to yours, except this figure has long black hair, is standing with a sky behind them, and they look like this terrible, fierce warrior from some other time. And their eyes are glowing red, just to paint the picture specifically and dot the I's and cross the T's. Yeah. So he puts this vision in your mind. He says, this is the master, the one whose blood you descend of. His name is Mardon, and he is the descendant of Mars.
Oh my god, get out of my head. Just get out of my goddamn head.
You feel the intrusion disappear at that point. I hope I have made my point clear. I hope that you are beginning to understand the predicament that you find yourself in, my child.
Well, if you mean that I'm roughly the descendant of somebody that's lived, what, 4,000 years ago, you said? It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable, but true.
I think the more unbelievable thing is that that guy is still around, right?
Well, you said he's a vampire?
Well, yeah, but like that's also kind of unbelievable for a filthy normie.
Still being around for 4,000 years, I suppose, yeah. But didn't they say like a ghoul, as long as I keep tapping a vein, that I'll stay alive as well?
Oh, I don't see you being a ghoul much longer.
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, you said something about me being a vampire, and I like about that. It's not something I signed up for, but I don't really have much of a choice right now. If I want to beat this disease, I mean, I'm dying already. I'll be dead in 5 years.
Is that so?
According to my own diagnosis, yeah.
Is there any way to make it that if a person becomes a vampire, that they can still eat food? Because he really likes eating food. We were chatting about it when I was investigating him.
There is.
Uther looks at you and looks back at this conversation and just dismisses the whole conversation.
I was only looking out for you, okay?
There is, but that's not what's going on at the moment.
Appreciate it. I do enjoy eating. You're right about that.
For full disclosure, I feel it is time to mention some things that may be even further unsettling to what you have already discovered so far on this very important night of your life. We are presently going into a period of time that we kindred refer to as Gehenna. Now,
I'm gonna need a little more.
You can make a wits and occult check if you like, or an intelligence and occult check to see if you know anything about this phrase, Gehenna. Man, I should have made coffee. I'm hankering for coffee.
1.
1 success. Maybe you've heard of Gehenna, and you might know as much about it as it's like Armageddon. It's like, you know, it's just another word for the end of the world.
Gotcha.
So as we head into this new period, various prophecies have begun to come to light. You are among them.
Now I'm a prophecy. Wow, this keeps getting better and better.
Indeed. As to what we will do with you, that is the next and most important question. Have you ever had any sense of this destiny?
If you're talking about fate, yes. I've been pulled by the nose by fate my entire life. And I knew that maybe not in this destiny, but I knew I was going to die. I just didn't know how.
Well, I think it is fairly fair to say that within the next few weeks you may very likely die.
Called it.
The chances are very high.
Even less than 5 years. This is your medical opinion.
My medical opinion is that you, my friend, are no longer sick. But further to this, within 5 years, you will most likely have transcended your present form.
Okay, so we're getting to metaphysics now, eh?
He drops his fangs in front of you. And he steps forward, and his eyes glow red. And he says, "You need to understand. We are monsters, vampires, beasts. We will destroy and eat and rend and shred everything and anything that gets in our way. And what it is that we want, more than anything, that you can understand, is the blood. The blood of mortals, and in some cases the blood of vampires themselves. This is what you are destined for, mortal." He retracts his fangs and steps back a little. "Now, you can begin to accept this new reality," he says as he begins to step around in a circle around you, "or you can resist. It does not much matter to me which path you choose. But I will say to you that you are lucky. Vincent Meyer here is one of the most mild-mannered among our kind that you will find. But you wouldn't want to cross him on a bad day. He lived through the Crusades, you know. I saw it with my own eyes, the things he can do with his hands. So, I suggest, my friend, you begin the process of adjustment. And you might want to attempt to do it with an authenticity of heart. You should perhaps drop all of these pretenses that anything in your life has ever mattered before this moment, Now you stand on a precipice between here and the end of the world. You have been selected by our master for reasons unclear even to me, to be considered for the Order of the Temple of Mars. And if you are found not worthy, well, I suppose you can say that you will remember none of this for one reason or another, whether it is because we have blanked your mind and set you back to your rat wheel, or you will be simply food.
Doesn't sound like I got a whole lot of options here.
Few options, but survival. But that is the objective of our order. The Order of Mars. That is our objective, survival. To survive Gehenna. To live through into the next aeon. To bring back the might and power of Carthage. And to see a new world beyond this Camarilla of Sabbat, conflict, the convention of thorns. It's enough. Well, do you have any questions, mortal?
I don't have any questions for you. You scared the shit out of me. But if you're saying survival, I'm a survivor. I've survived so much throughout my life. I should have died, I don't know how many times over. But there was one thing. The one thing that I am. It's a survivor.
Well, if that is nailed to the base of your spine, you may find yourself a place going forward.
Well, let's get to it then.
What you will also find is a promise from us. The promise that we will assist you in every way that we can, in every way possible, to earn you your rightful place in the world, to give you what you deserve, and to make sure that you reach your highest potential.
I like the sound of that.
Within the constraints of our order, of course. Enough for now. I have other duties to attend to, but I did wish to meet you and put a name to a face. Good night, sir.
Good night to you, too, sir.
Wish you
Good night, sir.
I wish you the best. Oh, one last thing. He turns back to you. He points at... No, actually, I take that all back. He doesn't do that. He leaves. Closes the door behind him.
I love that guy. He's amazing. And he's been looking after my daughter real kind. It's nice.
You have a daughter?
I do.
So vampires can still procreate?
Yeah?
No, long story. One day she'll tell it to you.
All right, well, you know what? I'll hold you to that.
One day you'll meet her. Because she's with us. She has a three-eyed raven as well. She honestly, like, her whole look is amazing. It's a vibe. And I'll eventually invite you to meet my other daughter, who is also a survivor like you.
Hey, that sounds great. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Just give me a minute. I'm still getting over that guy.
Oh,
He's
hold
got a bit of
on.
a presence to him. It's
I look at you. I look at you. I'm gonna dominate you. Okay. All right.
I should have taken Iron Will.
You probably should have. 3 successes. Yeah, yeah. So basically what I'm gonna say is Don't be freaked out by that guy.
Okay.
There you go. Now you're over it.
Like I said, if you ever want to learn the occult, he's the man to go to.
Well, then, yeah. You're muted again.
Damn it, don't tell him.
Mercy's like a therapist.
Yeah,
I'm a therapist. It's so easy. I don't know what people are
Okay, Mercy.
Hmm?
Run between the cars without touching them.
Okay, I'll do that normally.
No, you'll do it with celerity.
Okay, sure, I will do that then.
Same way.
All right.
Spend blood point, yep.
So long story short, you spend some blood points, you make some athletics checks, you get some experience points towards celerity.
How much experience points will that be?
Well, you're going to make me 3 athletics checks, please.
Okay. Dex athletics?
Strength and athletics, I think.
Why strength?
Speed is from strength.
2?
2 successes. Well, then you
3. You said 3, right? And 3. 2, 3, 3.
2, 3, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can have 2 experience points towards celerity.
Okay, and I'm going to use some experience and grab it.
All right.
Yeah. Because I've wanted a character with celerity for the longest time.
Right. So that you could complete your collection of all of the disciplines.
No.
No. It's lies. Okay, cool. So what do you guys do?
Okay.
You two don't need me, young people. You can go and do your thing, I imagine.
Considering the time it is, I'm going to go to bed. Despite what's going to happen in the future, which I'm still not sure what's going to happen. I'm
Honestly,
still
yeah.
human.
Yeah, we should probably go to
bed. One of the things that you're finding is that you're only needing to sleep like 4 hours.
Okay.
You might not realize why, and you might try and stick to your routine for a while.
I think I really need some of the master's blood. Like, I'm getting really antsy to go home, back to my family. I miss them a lot, you know? I'll show Arthur like the pictures of my daughters.
Okay.
So this is Mimi, little Mimi, and this here is Kitty, and this here there's like a little picture, like a cutout that's strapped onto like nothing. It's just hovering. And it's a picture of Jason. And this here's the love of my life.
While she's doing that, I'll ring up the required people to see if we can come up and get some supplies for Merci.
Right. So who do you call?
I will call Gustav and see if it's all right to do that.
Cutting a long story short, then, I think Gustavius will allow for you to bring the new subject to the mountain.
All right, you two. Come on, let's go.
Okay, good.
Well, it must be nice having a family that you can actually, well, you like. That's fantastic.
Well, you can pick him.
Well, not in my case.
Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Which car?
Which car?
Yes. You can choose any of the cars in this. Which one would you like to drive up to the mountain in?
You got Lamborghini?
You mean that one over there?
The Diablo or the...
Yeah.
That one's missing a door. I don't know if you noticed.
The Countach or the Diablo?
It's the one that like Sage had, and then a bruiser ripped the side off.
Yeah, that one's probably been either repaired or is it the mechanics?
Yeah,
Is it?
You've got only that one there.
So maybe it just hasn't gotten to the mechanics yet because there's been more important things.
All right, we'll take a walk around. And what about a push? You got any of those around?
A what?
Over there.
A push.
A
yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Over there.
All right. Yep.
Ah, there we go. 911. Perfect.
Do you want to drive?
What are you talking about?
What? Name of the vehicle? It's a 911. It's a 911, isn't it?
Oh, 911. Interesting.
The Pash 911.
Do you want to drive?
I do not. That's a dangerous vehicle to be in.
Who's driving?
I'm driving. That is for absolute sure. Like
yeah, let's go.
I'll take the back seat.
I'm taking the front. Calling shotgun.
Okay, so backseat shotgun, driver's seat. You guys get in the Porsche 911. Is that correct?
I'll make sure we don't get followed.
Okay, and thusly, you pop up out of the underground car park up onto the streets of Milan. Whereupon you can make a dexterity and driving check for me, please.
Yep. And I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Excellent. Well, you find the fastest route out of Milan and onto a road that these guys continue to feed you directions. Out of game, you know, the protocol is basically one direction at a time. All the way there until you get to the village, at which point it's going to be time for some disorientation and travel in the Black Hood.
Fair enough. But I'll let it rip. I mean, this character, he had to stop driving because of his condition.
Please don't let it rip. It's okay. It's okay. I can't smell anything.
I'll open it up. I'm going to open the engine. I'm just going to let her go. So drive as fast as I possibly can.
All right. Well, you get out there in about 25 minutes, which is probably a record at this point. You're saying Sage is driven out there faster in a Porsche? I don't know that she's actually done that, though. I mean, I won't argue.
Maybe not in a Porsche. Probably in something else.
Maybe in something else.
On a bike.
On a bike. Okay. Well, in any case, you get out. There's this village at the base of this mountain. There's a number of valleys, just, you know, about 100 miles out of Milan. So it's like an hour and a half out there. And this village parked on the side of this mountain, low down at the base, and you park up there, and that's about the point when these guys need to put a blindfold on them.
Sorry that we have to do this, but it's all part of the, cloak and dagger. Isn't that wonderful? Cloak and dagger. Excellent. Right, here we go.
So hood over, face, and then you start marching him up the mountain.
Yeah.
All right, and so
Arthur would have had just a big grin on his face because that was fantastic. That was like the best experience he could have hoped for.
Okay.
So he's just like, yeah, hood, let's go.
All right, so with the hood on, you're marching up the mountain. I will get a dex and athletics check for you to make sure you don't graze your knees. You know, could happen. It's important.
Dex and athletics.
The other two are fine.
3.
I mean, if you graze your knees, we might see blood, and then we'll eat you, and then
this could be a chain reaction of very bad events.
That's a botch.
It's a botch. So here we watch the entire campaign fall over now as one of our characters scratches his knees. You guys can make self-control checks.
I don't like human blood.
Well,
it's fine.
I've been alive a lot longer than you, and I still have to do this crap.
Okay, well, I can't smell it.
True, but you can see it.
Can I see it?
Why wouldn't you be able to see it?
Because it's nighttime and I'm not looking.
And I'm not looking?
And I was going to say, can I stop him from falling before he falls? Cause...
Oh, that's a good point.
Too late.
Okay, so Vincent, we're going to make a...
Because I am supposed to be his official bodyguard.
That's true. You're supposed to be protecting his ass. What is this game? It's this one, this one.
Use celerity to do it if I had to.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking for your character sheet. Vincent Meyer. Have I got the wrong session open? Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Okay. Perception alertness. To see whether or not you see him slipping. One success. Yeah, you see him slipping, but you're going to have to go fast. So what do you want to do? You're going to make a Dex and Athletics check?
Yeah, and I'm going to put celerity in on it.
And a bit of celerity. So you get to roll twice if you fuck it up the first time.
Yeah.
Vincent Meyer, Dex and celerity. You say Dex and... Well, Dex and Athletics. Dexterity, Athletics. Selecting all the things, rolling the dice. So you'll see that I'm doing Barry's checks here. That's because he's as blind as a bat. And I have to do his dice. For me, he rolled 5 successes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you whip in there and you catch him before he falls to the ground and cuts himself. So that whole chain of very bad incidences that I was about to inflict on you with... I was going to have Vincent eats Arthur, and then Arthur's died, and then as Vincent's totally focused on killing Arthur's character, Merci freaks out and starts killing Vincent because he's got his back to them, and she's like a diablerist and stuff, and the next thing you know, they're all dead, and Mercy's like, and you've got 2 new characters in your...
Thank you.
You don't like that story? Man.
Great. Would have been great.
Okay, fine. We'll play it nicely then. Alright, you get to the mountain, and you climb up the mountain, and when you get to this big tomb entrance door, like, you know, basically like the story of Jesus, you know, there's like a big round door at the front of this tomb. And as these guys approach it, Vincent, I'm assuming it's going to be Vincent, walks up and cuts his hand and places his hand on the stone, and the door just rolls open.
Yeah.
And this leads you inside into a labyrinth. And so this labyrinth takes you deep into the mountain on a number of different levels, up and down and around. It's basically a fucking dungeon, except these guys know the way. And they show you where the traps are, and they tell you where to step, and so on and so forth. Until eventually you arrive at this antechamber. And that you realize that this antechamber has been carved out of rock. At the back of the antechamber is just this empty cavern with a hole that goes down 100 feet with spikes and stalagmites and stalactites and shit in it. And then it kind of, the pathway leads around to this double doors, and there's seats there. And there's, on the door is written in Latin. I don't know. Can you read Latin?
Probably.
He's a medical person. He would.
I would think so. Yeah.
Does he have the points in the skill?
Yeah. But do you have dots in
real life? They know Latin.
Of course. Yeah. I'm wondering whether linguistics. He's got the linguistics for it. If he doesn't, he should.
I have 1 point.
1 point in linguistics. Do you have a language selected for that yet, or?
Negative.
Negative. Well, it's up to you if you want it
American?
to be Latin.
Yeah.
American and English.
Okay.
Well, I'm actually thinking Latin's going to have to be one of them because of medical school.
Yeah. Does make a lot of sense, and it makes you useful. And it says on the wall, it says, "All that enter shall be judged."
Okay. Okay. That's not ominous of anything.
You can read that?
Yeah. Wow, you can't?
No.
No.
No, sorry.
Mercy's like, what does it say?
I understand, like, I do understand, like, Italian, but, like, that's
No, it's
nothing
Latin,
like
Mercy.
this, so...
It's Latin, Mercy.
Yeah, what Vincent said.
It says, all that enter shall be judged.
Wish I knew that before I went in there the first time.
That's why I didn't tell you that. I thought it might make you nervous.
Well, I guess it's over and done with now.
I'm nervous. Thanks for asking.
Just remember he's very powerful.
Oh, Arthur. By the way, before you, like, if you become a vampire, are you Jewish, if you know what I mean?
No, I'm an atheist.
Okay, cool.
Because who wants to believe in a amorphous blob of a god thing that hovers above you and judges you? They're like, yes.
I mean, you weren't born into a Jewish family.
No.
Okay, right.
No, they're Catholic. I chose not to.
Yeah. They, like, castrate you in other ways.
That, you are correct. You are correct.
I will pay no attention to this conversation whatsoever.
Castration and lobotomy, those are the two biggest things. They love it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, are you ready?
I'll get a perception check from everybody, please.
Just remember one thing. He values honesty above all things.
What was the check, sorry?
Celerity. Celerity. What the fuck am I saying? Perception alertness. Why did I say celerity? I was just reading the word celerity on the chat, and it just came out. Celerity. So yeah, perception alertness, please.
3.
3. Wow, that's not bad. Barry, I guess I'm rolling for Vincent Meyer here. One moment, please. Vincent Meyer. Archon Vincent Meyer, please. Roll your perception alertness. Here it goes. Coming up now. 3, 2, 1, 5 successes. Charlie, 3 successes. What did you get there?
I got 2.
You got 2. Okay, well that makes sense. Barry, Vincent immediately recognizes in the distance the sounds of great giant panthers that inhabit this location. Charlie, Merci also recognizes these sounds largely for what they are. Arthur, you hear this coming from down the hallway nearby.
That's alright, they're just, big old kitties.
So you actually heard that, yeah? That wasn't just me. Okay.
Yes, I heard that. They're just panthers. No worries.
Just panthers. No worries.
At a game, I think like Merci would be very much like a little bit anxious.
They're blood bonded.
Like rubbing her hands and.
Suddenly the doors open. And they begin to swing open inwards. And inside you can see this massive chamber like a megaron, which is like the Greek word for the throne room, filled with pillars down 2 rows, centered on this throne at the far end of the megaron. On either the walls are lined with these little holes that have candles in them, like little alcoves, hundreds of alcoves with hundreds of candles. And they're about 50 feet back from the center line of this walkway that you have here that's paved. And there are torches against the walls too, in the corners. Big curved Roman-like pillars. It's like some very ancient Roman construction, I suppose. Does your character know anything much about history, do you think? Arthur, does he know anything about history? The first thing? Or?
He would know. Well, I mean, if it was taught when he was in university, then yeah, they would have been just whatever was basic history.
Right. So he's sort of, he must have some sense of the ancientness of the space that he's entered.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, he's got academics of 1, so yeah, so like he would have.
I think the air in here is also quite stale, and for the vampires they don't care, they don't breathe, but the ghouls and the retainers and the humans and the ghoul cats and animals and so on are all breathing this fairly stale air, to be fair. So there's that.
I feel bad now.
You don't get a whole lot of breeze through here, eh? It's kind of stale. Hell, a little hard to breathe.
In fact, there's a very slight scent of death on the air. A sort of sweet smell that if you inhale it a little bit too much, you realize how nauseating it is.
Arthur, stand, old chap. And most of all, don't be afraid.
Now, at the end of the room, you can see a number of figures clustered around this throne. And on the throne, you can see a figure that, Arthur, you immediately recognize as the vision that was pumped into your head by Uther on the previous occasion. And it is Mardon. And you recognize in his face the tiniest glimmer of your father, your grandfather, even yourself, in this bone structure and what have you. And it's quite a long way. I suppose maybe by this point you've already moved into the room, into the chamber, and started traveling towards this place. Before you know it, your feet were already moving and you were being summoned into the room. As you approach, let us just say that you're hit with awe from about 500 different angles simultaneously, like like you've walked into the kill box, and
right.
You've just had majesty and awe unleashed on you from all angles, as does everybody else.
Vincent is Arthur's guard until he's ordered otherwise.
Very well. So you get to the end of the hall, and this figure watches you from afar. Arthur, Vincent is standing just behind you, yeah?
Yeah.
And you get to the point, Vincent, where you know that normally you would be required to kneel.
Yeah. So I say, kneel, Arthur. Take a knee.
Pardon?
Take
Kneeling?
a knee.
Yeah, okay. Take a knee.
Fair enough. So upon taking a knee, the figure in front of you, whom that you have learned as the master here, stands slowly. He is wearing a long red trailing robe, and he walks down the steps from the throne itself, from his seat of power, and walks down to approach you. You see he has a ring on his hand. It has a symbol that you can make a intelligence and occult check for, if you like. Difficulty is going to be 5, and you need 1 success.
I got 2 successes, 1 is a 10.
Okay, it's an older version of the symbol of Mars. And it is a blood ruby on his finger. And he raises it in front of you. And you have this voice whisper in the back of your head. Not even a voice that you can quite hear, but just the intention is carried across into your synapses, this sense that he wants you to kiss the ring.
I do so.
He nods. Greetings, child.
Hiya.
I am Mardon, the master of this place. I hope that you and I shall become acquainted. You are very confused, I imagine.
That's an understatement.
You have seen much, endured much in the last few nights. Is that true?
Absolutely true, sir.
Tell me. Excuse me. Tell me of your life.
Tell you my life. It's I was born into privilege, but unfortunately my rebellious body was cursed with bad blood, and I've been living with seizures and death hanging over my head pretty much my entire life. I swear I'm adopted, although I can't prove it, and I refuse to do the paternity test, even though I can. Just, I kind of like my money. I'm gonna say that, material wealth does mean something to me. I could have died many times over through my life, but I've just pressed on. I went to medical school, for immunology, to figure this shit out. I'm a survivor, and I've lived longer than I should have. Longer than any other doctors have said I should have. But I'm running out of time now. I've done everything I possibly can. I even delved into the occult to try to find a remedy for the situation.
So you think that you are going to die? You believe this, yes?
With all my heart.
With all your heart. What if I could tell you that you can live forever?
I'd be interested.
Monsieur de Saint Bernard informs me that you have already drunk the blood of a vampire. Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent.
Well, I will be curious to see whether or not this disease you speak of remains, or if by tomorrow it has not miraculously healed itself. For the blood of a vampire has the power to heal. We are not simply monsters. We have a blessing to pass among the mortals of this world. Something only the Carthaginians understood.
And you would bless me with this long life, this longevity, this healing power? Like, I don't understand why choose me?
He bends down in front of you now. You are very beautiful. Did you know?
Thank you.
He puts his hand
thank
out,
you.
Takes your chin and face and looks at you. I see the resemblance now. The family. It's clear. He looks over his shoulder. Now, out of game, you wanted to be like, if you had to choose a clan, what clan would you choose?
Tremere would be my first choice.
That'd be your first choice. Okay. So, look, out of game, what I can offer is that we either let you be embraced by a Tremere outside of the Order and yet become a member of the Order, or you could be embraced by a member of the Order who is of a bloodline, basically the bloodline of Mars, that is to say, but it's based on the Gangrel stats, essentially. But you could, or it could be a KT stat system, whereupon you could have options to choose the clan disciplines that you wanted, and one of them would be thaumaturgy. This particular bloodline does have access to lots of thaumaturgy and so on, so it would be a lot like being a Tremere without being a Tremere. But if you want to play a Tremere that's a straight-up Tremere, that's also fine as well, and we should perhaps discuss that maybe between now and next session. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sounds good? Yep. Okay. Well, unless anybody else has anything world-changing to add, Barry? Charlie?
I think that was nice.
Jesse? Okay, then we shall raid somebody and call it a night.
All right.
We're all good.
That was
with it.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a good session.
Thanks everyone for
Thank
coming.
you guys.
Thank you, BD&D.
Yeah. So we're going to raid. I guess it's going to be Hero Zone, Dungeons and Dragons. So
Thanks, Graham. Thanks, Torque.
See you guys. See you guys later. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching.
Bye, goodbye, goodbye.
We shall see you all soon. Raiding ready in 1 second. Raiding now. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh. All right. Well,
that is done.
I will see you tomorrow.
You shall see us tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
And we shall play Dag Dagiel.
Yes.
Adios. And Zaijian and all.
He's hoping I'll be a lot better.
Yeah, me too. I didn't feel like that was my greatest game
That was
session.
nice. It was good. It was good.
Cool.
Also, I watched the thing yesterday that you did after the session happened.
Oh yeah.
I am so happy that Jordan would have stolen Theo from me.
Right. Right. That was funny. That was.
And like, I think adding like music and stuff and having Michael like do the music that does so well for Pancake.
It does.
Yeah. And lots of other good things. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
All right. You have a good
night.
night.
Night, you too.
We'll see you later. Bye.